what's going on? Alex Basha, what's going on? Oh, I got a shout out. Oh, we got a super chat. NYT Music already, man. $5 super chat. He's hype. That's what's up, man. 12 people already in here while we warming up. I'm cooking up in here with the king. Let me know if y'all can hear the king. We're doing some mic check. King,
what's going on? What's going on? Y'all here today?
Yeah, Stitch had said something earlier, too. He was like, he said, do the Nintendo topic first so the rest of the show can have high energy.
him not knowing that that's my topic.
I know that's what's funny. He could kill me. But yeah, make sure, let me know if y'all in the chat. Y'all can hear King. Y'all can hear me good. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, we can hear the levels before we go live and all that. You know what I'm saying? Lethal migraine. Nobody ain't talking to me, y'all. They ain't talking to me. If y'all want a PS5, come to Minnesota. I assume this launch will be like the last console, and Minnesota will reject PlayStation once again. All right, Others Inc. says yes. So that means yes, you can hear both of us, right? Others Inc. So let me know. Let me know.
Am I the only one that's waiting for this band to get up so I can get to this gym?
Word. All right, perfect. My man, Others Inc. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. So we just chilling. We just waiting for Solve and Addict to pull up, but we will be going live hopefully within the next 15 minutes. See y'all in a bit.
Yeah.
Oh wow, salute, Chromix, man. Welcome to the realm. The joy button, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lord Silver in the building. Yeah, we sorry, y'all. Attic is in the bushes. We don't know what's going on, so we're gonna give him like another 5 minutes or so, then hopefully he can join that process. So that's what's going on.
Hit that. Let's hit that right there. Let's
hit
get
that.
that to them. Let's put them shields in there.
Yeah, put the shields up.
Welcome.
Nah, you already know. Grounded some fires. What's going on, Sin? Yeah, we was up late, man, but I don't know what happened with Attic went to bed early, Sin. He's still he in the bushes. I don't get it. So we will wait. We'll give the Lord a few. Yeah, XCOM folded at facts. You right. He was playing at XCOM. That's what it was.
It was the new joint to drop, right?
Well, he bought the old joint so he could get all hyped for the new joint that dropped this week. That's what it was. Yeah.
He didn't have that already? I thought he had that already.
Well, remember the new one that's coming out. We're going to talk about that topic.
No, I know. I'm talking about the old one. He didn't have the old one already?
Either that or he just plays it again. He plays XCOM only. So,
yeah.
All right, y'all. Yo, shout out to Stinger. Addict forgot it Sunday. No doubt. Yo, make sure y'all heard Solve okay. Y'all heard King okay. Because you know how this audio situation beats sometimes out here. You know what I'm saying? Velvet Lulu Addict will be in rare form, no doubt. All right, we're going to give him another 5 or so. We're going to mute and then we'll start this thing up. All right, y'all. And we are live. Welcome to the Iron Lords Podcast and the lordsofgaming.net. Episode number 154. Gamer Forte, what's going on, brother? I see you. Anthony
right.
Chipbuck, that's what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
And it's another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day. And today, we've got PS5 console availability, Switch 2.0 rumors, is XboxLockhart imminent, and the return of turn-based strategy games to discuss. So we gonna get right into it. So let's introduce well, we ain't got 4 horsemen right now. I don't know where one of our horsemen is at. We don't know. Where's Addict? Addict is missing. Oh, shout out to Smitty Smith, man. Let's put it up for Smitty Smith. $5 super chat. Salute Iron Lords in the chat. The Book of X. Salute. What's going on? Lansville, Paul, Anthony Chipmunk, Cat Daddy, Fat Stacks, and the Fonz. Lethal Migraine in there. Popping bars. You already know. Salute, y'all. That's what's up. But yeah, man, so we a horseman down. Hopefully Attic can find his way to the show. We know he was on last week. But and of course we have our most technical gaming lord, the solo gamer who lives for the single player selfish experience, and also the Sostradamus, Mr. Offline Profile Illuminati and Lord Patron of the Iron Bank, my man, Lord Sovereign. How we doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling back to 100%.
That's what I'm talking about.
Brother, health is wealth. Let's go.
That sour soap. Let's get to it, baby.
Stop.
That sour soap flushed his insides out. Got him right, baby.
Yo, let's hit up. Go to 1 second song. Oh man, shout out to put up the crest right now for JD Game with the $10 super chat. Super chat works. Support the Lords and hit that like button. Yo, much love, brother. You already know that's my man JD. What's going on? But Saul, man, feeling better. You know what I'm saying? And what's been going on with you otherwise, man?
Just chilling, man. Chilling. I go back to work tomorrow. So after 19 days of being a couch potato, I have to go back. So
you needed a break, though. You needed a break.
I needed that break.
Yeah, with the work, facts. You needed a break. So
I definitely did. So yeah. So what have I been playing? So I played a little bit more Final Fantasy, but I got sidetracked.
What you got sidetracked, bud?
Because I said, I can't have to. I looked at my Xbox. I'm like, the Xbox ain't getting burned right now. This is not a normal thing.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of weird for me too. Yeah,
I gotta turn the Xbox on. I turned it on. And AC Odyssey grabbed me yet again. Like that's a game I'm gonna be playing for like a decade, dude.
You're an Assassin's Creed guy. Like that's you.
I am.
Yeah,
and the thing about it is that
it never ends.
It's too much. I'll never say that a game has too much content, but this game had too much content.
Yeah, that game is nuts.
It is absolutely bonkers. So what I decided to do, I said, look, I reached level 52, right? So I'm essentially at this point, it becomes a Wonder Woman game.
He's
it's straight up right now. Yeah, no, I'm rocking with Cassandra.
Okay. Yeah, I heard Cassandra's the voice actor. I heard she's
definitely much better. So it literally is a Wonder Woman game.
My chauvinist inside of me allows me to play with
Hold on. Graphic God asked the question, so he said it's an amazing game, but we got to debut that new. Is it the GOAT?
Oh man. No.
Is it the GOAT though? Is it the GOAT stealth game solve? Assassin's Creed?
Oh, not the GOAT. Because you're so powerful, you don't even want to play stealthy. Like you just want to rip through everything. So it is the GOAT Assassin's Creed game, I will say.
No, you know why I say it's not. And this is the reason why, because I think Origins is a better game above that one, because and this is the only reason why I say that. Origins gave you just the right mix. This joint is like a buffet. It's a never-ending buffet.
It is literally never-ending.
Hold on. Once Smitty Smith is back, he on me, right? Throw up the crest file super chat. Legend has it, my fellow Warlock LordCognito is still searching for a PvP match on Stadia. Hang in there, brother. Oh, wait till I get to my part. I got something for you, Smitty Smith.
We'll continue to wait, right?
Bro, I got you, bro. Yo, shout out to Graphic God for the go. Yo, salute the Graphic God, y'all. Yo, he be always hooking us up, man. Taking care of the realm. Got that new, you know what I'm saying? That new GOAT bullshit.
You got to get to me, because that GOAT thing was not supposed to be here.
Nah, we like that Graphic God. That was fire.
On God and them.
God and them.
Yeah,
God and them. We're going to do some other things, too. You know what I'm saying? But Stitch, I see you. And he said, are you done with the Stitch? We didn't even start the show. And he already asking if we done with the time. Continue, Sam. Sorry, continue.
So that's it. I just decided now to finally try to beeline the story, but even that doesn't matter. Like you beeline the story, that's still like 80 hours worth of story in it. So whatever, I'll finish it in 10 years.
It's absolutely literally. I just stopped playing. Literally.
But it is the good thing about it is like literally I can stop playing for 2 months, come back, and in 15 minutes I'm back in the flow.
Yeah, well, you know what I like? Okay. My thing got to the point when I was hunting those little red horn dudes. Like I was just hunting them.
And this is the thing about it, right? There is no end to that. They keep coming. So there you get an achievement for reaching level 50, which makes you the top mercenary, right?
Okay.
But then once that happens, a new tier of mercenary opens up. It's an S1 level, S2 level. I'm like, no
they got the
way.
S1s, they got the P's, the S1Ws.
They got the S1W. And the thing about it is like I have the difficulty slider at medium, which means that all of the content, the lowest below your level it can be is 2 levels. So you're always challenged, right? You'll have people at your level, above your level, a little bit below, but you're never blowing anybody out of the water. So the thing is, they come and attack you at the most inopportune times. Like when you're trying to like infiltrate a fort or whatever and get all the stuff you need in a fort or whatever, literally 2 or 3 of them will attack you at a time.
Wow.
In addition, but the thing is, at this point, I could handle them. Like I'm doing moves where I'm blowing them out of the water, like and doing these magical moves. It is literally a Wonder Woman game without the lasso.
Without the lasso. Yo, salute Smitty Smith is back again. Throw the crest up, $2 super chat. Can we get a on God in them shirt or emote? Graphic Guard, the people want it. King has been waiting.
Listen, me and Graphic Guard is gonna cook it up. You're gonna see on God in them for real. They're definitely coming out.
I want to see the actual emoji for that. How that looks.
How that's gonna look is gonna be crazy. Yo, Stitch is talking to you. He said he got to say that Warzone, that drug is delicious. He said he out of control. He said he made it to this 1%. Switches in the bushes. Okay, thank you. We heard you, Christopher Hart. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. So basically, you went back in there. You were able to pick. See, my thing is like I'm not able to. When I leave an open world game for a while, it's hard for me to just jump back in. So you were able to just get right back in, remember what you were doing, and
these when it comes to open world action games like an AC. Odyssey is kind of like an RPG, but it's still more action game than RPG. Same thing with Red Dead. I can leave Red Dead behind for a month, come back, and in 15, 20 minutes, I'm back in the
leave Red Dead behind forever.
Yeah, I know. Ain't nobody asked you that.
Hold on, ladies. We got to throw fresh out of the bushes. I see Lord Addict has arrived. Is that Lord Addict?
I don't know what you're talking about the whole time. Like,
you're new 1:15 start time, fresh out of the bushes.
I've been here the whole time, man. I saw the intro and everything. Like, what are you talking about?
You saw the intro from the shower. He was
from the shower. That boy was asleep. Yo, Sid is killing you. He was like, yo, he was up late last night.
It is what it is. I was. No, what happened is like I kept checking my phone. It's like 11:30. It's all right. I got like 40 minutes to an hour left. And then when I just woke up and I looked, I was like, my phone's dead because I have an alarm on it.
Yeah, because your Drake went straight to voicemail. I was hitting. I was like, why is Drake going straight to voicemail? What's going on here? So it's a long night and all that XCOM last night, huh?
Yeah, it was
there you go.
After I did the last thing, I was like, I looked, it was like 4:30. I was like, I gotta go to bed, man.
No doubt. So you missed your intro. I just gotta ask you, as far as it's been XCOM. That's all you've been playing, sir?
Yeah, that's all.
No doubt. So you getting ready for this week? What is it? Chimera coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And GearsTactics.
Oh, Sting is killing you. Original next level. He said, Lord Addict, you know what had happened was.
Like I said, man, I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, we know. So that's been it, otherwise?
Yeah, pretty much it. That's pretty much, I got to get back to Final Fantasy, so I'll do that during the week.
No doubt, yeah. Please get that done because like I said, I will talk about it on Xbox Party.
Yeah, I did not watch any.
Yeah, I know. Please stay away from me. Stay away from me. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, what the hell is this? I said, oh, that has not for me.
That's not for me.
Not for you. And of course, we have the Incredible Hulk of this, a.k.a. the XS Gamer.
Ooh.
The Lord of Combat Sports. King of the statues, who demands nothing less than that premium experience, and is the leader of the Fraud Alert movement.
Ooh.
Beloved Lord King, how you doing, sir?
You know exactly how I'm doing. But before we get started,
flashes fire.
That is probably the most intricate statue that I had to put together, and I am not in any rush to move to a new place to take him apart and put him together. They go to PlayStations, they coming. But I absolutely love the journey that the statue put me on. And this week coming up, I got a statue that I was hunting since my first Incredible Hulk statue. And to me, this
is that the reason you was arguing with people about the Hulk already?
Yo, you was going in.
What it was is you had Juggernaut dudes thinking the Juggernaut is actually, you know, stronger than the Hulk or could beat the Hulk. And it first of all, it boils down to the writer, right?
That's true.
Yeah, who's ever writing the story, they're gonna show you who win.
Right.
But if they fought 7 times and the Hulk beat him 6, I mean, my man is up on you.
Damn, he got him 6 times.
Man, my man's up on you.
Wow.
And then one dude, because I posted the picture of the Juggernaut standing next to Hulk. I just wanted to see how they look together. These dudes turned it into a fight, like the Juggernaut will beat him. And I said, you know, you're talking to a comic book historian, right? Like, I'm in here with your little feeble knowledge, talking this crap, and you're gonna have me smash you. Like, why would you have me do this to you? So my whole logic with the Juggernaut is this: anytime I just smack your helmet off and you defeat it, or I pull down your pants.
Why you gotta relegate him like that, King? Why you gotta do him like? Come on, it's the Juggernaut. Remember that?
Yo, listen. They disrespected him by pulling his pants down and sticking a cable in his butt and shocking him to sleep. Yo, your man's not strong enough, baby. Let's just leave that alone.
Your man's not strong. He need more people.
Now he needs way more people. If they could pull your pants down, they just did some high school joint to him. Pull his pants down and put electrical cord in his butt and threw him in the water. Deadpool too. Nah, man.
Wow. And who slapped his helmet off though? Who slapped that off?
Oh well, you know, all the X-Men do it. They do it
all the X-Men do it.
Everybody is taking a turn at popping his top.
Oh
so
my God.
I like the Juggernaut. Yeah. But when you're talking about my man's in them, just respect. My man was so strong that when he walked, he was cracking the tectonic plates on the earth. So I really need you to fall back and know who you addressing when you addressing the man. That's all. That's all.
Some strong Hulk talk right now. I respect that. What's been going on? What you been playing, sir?
Journey to the Savage Planet. Shout out to my man Phil Damas Maximus Spencer, sir. Definitely. Once I saw that game, and see, when I saw it on the Summer Jam screen, and then I was waiting for that game. You know, everybody's laughing. Oh, that game is something full of crap that's inside Game Pass. Well, that full of crap is fun to me, right? And my son and I are actually playing this game, and we're in a battle on who can level up faster. Then we play cooperatively. You know, it's such a fun game, and they have those zany moments. It felt like a 3DO game, like the full motion video inside.
Oh, you got full motion video like that?
And the acting, because they send you to space, right? Okay. And I know the mission is fugazi, and they tell you they need you to scan stuff and categorize stuff, and you're leveling up, but you're lost on this planet, and as you go find different material and encounter different aliens, you get different power ups, like for your suit and for your guns and stuff. But as you're going, you're uncovering the secret of the Savage Planet and why are you here? Like, why is this big mountain here with this castle, and it's visually pleasing. It's just a very satisfying game.
I'm going to assume it's in Game Pass.
Yes, sir.
He got the OG.
I'm going to assume we wouldn't be talking about if it wasn't in Game Pass.
I forget that this is the Lord of Game Pass. This is a Game Pass segment. How did I forget that?
My apologies. You asked me if it was the GOAT, though.
Oh, you know,
being that is an original concept opposed to something we had. I mean, I think that's the kind of candidate for the GOAT.
You think it's a candidate? Oh my God.
Candidate for the GOAT, because I feel that GOAT is original ideas.
Oh, here go the slant.
You know, like, you know how when people do stuff like, it's like, hey, This is why Kobe Bryant can never be the GOAT, right?
Oh, I feel you.
Right.
I know you're going.
Michael Jordan was there first. Right. No Jordan, no Kobe.
So you had the template to look at to take the
mimicked
style and then I get you.
Yeah, you get them styles, son. They bit off Nas.
You bit off Nas, son. They bit off Nas. Yeah, he's stupid. Yo, we throw the crest up. Mariano Pompa, $5 super chat. It's the Lord's Day, a good day. Thanks the Lord for keeping me entertained and informed while at work. Hit the like button, everyone. Salute. Stay safe. You already know.
Yo, no, that's right. Philly Eagle. No Dr. J. No Magic Jordan.
Yeah, that's kind of true though.
No Jordan. But okay, do me a favor, right? You look at Dr. J, right? Does his style really look like Jordan?
I feel that.
But
I feel that Kobe is. No disrespect, God bless you. But I just say that it's more of a replication of his exact style, the fadeaway, the style, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Whereas Dr. J was kind of he used to do the dunking and from the dotted and all that, but he wasn't wavy like Jordan was wavy, like, you know what I'm saying. It's hard to describe, but I get where you're going. But Philly Eagle does have a good point.
It's always somebody in front of us to show us the way. But when you start to pattern your style off of somebody else's style, it's very hard to consider you the GOAT. Like I would even consider LeBron the GOAT.
You're getting a lot of GOAT emojis right now. You
gotta get that GOAT up. I would consider LeBron the GOAT. Over because his style is okay.
He got his own style. As much as I disagree with you on this, I gotta give you that. Like he got his own thing. Yeah,
he don't look visually pleasing like playing the ball. Like he looked like a big boy. Like
freight train. But Athletic could do it all. Yeah, I feel that. So that's been
it. God, you talking about LeBron? I was assuming that super chat was about that.
Speaking of super chat, throw the crest up, Addict man. Kid Smooth's in there. Get that Kid Smooth.
So we got a $10 super chat from Kid Smooth. Subsolve Odyssey is great. I beat main story. I'm level 859, over 86 hours in. Still 30 hours of expansion story to do. I agree with King. Origins is the GOAT. Yeah, I told you there's something around there. Bailey seems more human, Egyptian.
I like Bayek.
Local than Greece.
Well,
check this out, Smooth. I'm at level 52, and I have 150 hours in the game.
Oh my god!
that. I still haven't beat that game, but that literally might be the best open adventure game that's ever been made.
That's big from you.
That's one of the very few games that can give games like Skyrim a run for its money.
Never ending.
You already know. So that has been it, sir. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
No doubt. And of course, we have the gaming ninja himself, the Shinobi, LordCognito, spreading the realness in the realm of the ILP, not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. So for me, man, look, man, finally, I know life did. Addict knows, finally beat that Final Fantasy VII remake, man. Fantastic, man. I have so much to say. Again, for those who beat it, please shout out to Hogue Law, shout out to BG, J Barry, Attic was there, and of course, lordsofgaming.net's own Lord Macho, aka Hector. We had a spoiler cast yesterday. I advise you guys, if you have the game and you played it, please watch that. It was really intense. We all got our theories. It's a very controversial ending, we'll say that. So please check that out, man. And of course, if you missed on Friday, the best damn Destiny podcast you've never heard, my man, LordCognito and Igbatis on The Last Word, where was fire. We had Mr. Aries on. Salute to Mr. Aries because he folded us last night, King. He folded. This dude is dumb nice and Crucible and all that. So the new hustle right now, because Destiny's in the bushes. Destiny on PC is in the bushes. Let's just put it out there. We're throwing up the bushes for PC Destiny. It's all the way. Actually, PC might be in the bushes right now. The bushes is on for PC.
Whatever.
They fold in Call of Duty Warzone with all these hackers, all these cheaters.
Oh, yeah.
They folding Steam and Trials of Osiris with all these hackers, aim bots, all this foolishness.
Yeah, you know what's funny, King? I know where this conversation about to go. You about to get in.
So, we had to make a tough decision. Where's my man Forte? Forte, throw the crest up because I'm about to talk to you. But we had to make a tough decision, man, because it's like, obviously PC, 60 frames per second, Destiny, goodness, field of view. Then you got Xbox, which got the 4K HD, but it's only 30 frames and no NVMe and no SSD. So I'm just
you back, you back though?
Nah, but you know what I had to do?
Stadia.
I had to get to that Stadia. Stadia was coming in hot. So here's the thing. Now I'm gonna keep it a buck now. It has this weird film grain. It looked like they washed out, like they colors. It's something about their colors is washed out.
I heard it's an old Chinese flick. Right.
Yeah, it got that grainy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you watching the 1970s joint film over your joint. But 60 frames, no field of view though. You can't pull that. So basically, it's the Xbox version washed out, but with 60 frames. So, you know, and you know, it's a little input lag here and there, but you know.
Wait, there's no such thing as a little input lag when you come to a first-person shooter, bro. Listen, when Ebontis was going at you, I got to stand up for Ebontis right now. I got to stand up. I got to pull my Ebontis for you. He said he went at you directly and told you there's no such thing as acceptable input lag.
Oh, hold on. My man Code is in there. Should I throw the crest up for Code? Find out super chat. I keep telling y'all, PC gamers is full of cheaters. Console full bro, that's my problem. It's like I love this experience, and these dudes is out here ruining it. The people that go play at it.
Why don't you just go back to the Xbox and just cut it out? Stop.
Because we need Series X. I need the Tower of Power. It can't come soon enough.
To be fair, like I've heard them both play, and I've heard them play in Steam, and I've heard them play in Stadia, and they sounded way more entertained in Stadia than they ever did in Steam.
Right, now let me explain why, Addict.
There's a couple different reasons why. You know what? Let's be real. Maybe all the competitions aren't on Stadia.
Thank you. No, but they're actually winning over there.
But see, the thing is, like, regardless what's going on, they're at least having a chance on Stadia because there's not so much.
Don't hate on my hustle, King. Right? If we want to go, listen,
you fighting Tito from up the block. Every time you go to trials, and you going to the lighthouse.
Remember back in the days, there was the regular court and there was the biddies in the hood. Remember the biddies? Yeah, Don't get mad at me because I'm going to the biddies and I'm shacking on them. Listen, I got to get to the lighthouse, man. I'm telling y'all right now, if you're trying to get to the lighthouse, get on Stadia. It's loopy over there, baby. Oh, it's nice. Yeah. So I was doing that joint, you know what I'm saying? Me, Forte, Sinisters in the building, you know what I'm saying? We was lit. We was getting 5-win, 6-win cards. We was never getting that on PC because dudes are cheating in round one.
It is pretty bad on PC. Like, I was playing a couple, and, you know, I think people cheat on PC more than people think. It's just some people are very discreet about it and you don't know.
It's so bad. They have a stat right now with the amount of people that go flawless to the amount of people, like people got 99% headshot accuracies. People got KDs in the 10. How is the anti-cheat not catching this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so real. People are saying, like, they running around, they got no fear, King. They doing interviews with people like, yeah, Bungie ain't gonna do nothing. We out here, we this, we that. And I'm like, bro.
He said he got people doing
interviewing the hackers. Shout out to Say No to Rage and Lono and them, and them dudes, Righty. They out there.
He got the camera in his face. He said, yes, man, let me tell you something, man.
It's like a WWF promo.
Bro, they running loose. I can't take it, man.
And Bungie cannot stop us.
Yo, it's so bad. You can't even get one win. You feel like you trash. And it's not you.
What you gonna do?
Yo, you know where I don't have that problem at? Where everything is policed nice and safe? You know where it's a fair playground? Bring yourself back over
listen. I'm coming home. That's a fact. It's just I need my Series X. I need that 60 frames. I need that NVMe
for free right now. Stop it.
Nah, we not doing that muddy, that slow molasses movement. We not doing that. We not the molasses.
You now. You on Stadia with the free food. They gave you the free food.
Free, man. Free 99 is undefeated.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Stitch, $5 super chat, throw the crest up. My hat off to all you who bought the Final Fantasy VII extended demo. Switching pushes.
That's my guy.
Salute Stitch for the slander. You already
Stitch,
know.
I ain't feeling that.
Yeah, we have Cedric H with the $5 super chat. Gonna catch the rest of the podcast later. I gotta clock back in. No doubt, Cedric H. Stay safe, my brother. And then, of course, we have the Grounded Gamer with the $5 super chat. We console gamers have been saying it for years. You can't play competitive games on PC without running into these dudes. PC gamers are cheaters.
Yeah. He's right. You know how bad it is, too, Addict? It's so bad the Xbox community is telling Activision to disable crossplay. Get them out of that, because I heard already Xbox is a little harder to get them out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, because I guess it's a little bit more integrated. They're going to have to do this, man.
Super chat.
Guess somebody get Smitty.
Smitty Smith with the $5 super chat. Somebody on Destiny that was cheating on PC had a kill death ratio of 1,800.
That's my point, Smitty Smith, right? Smitty Smith, he on to something.
Insane. Listen, as somebody who tried to play Counter-Strike back in the day on PC.
Go for it.
Oh, God. And that's a community where it's like there's so many professional players that like they go out of the way to try to police it as much as possible. But early on, before that sort of that esport aspect of it really got big, bro.
Yeah.
I just don't get people's mindset with that. Like,
what do you get out of it?
It's like you're never going to be good. Like, you're always going to be the person that needs some kind of app to be good. Like, I guess people just, it's trolling. It's like people want to troll more than anything.
Yeah, I mean, what it is, especially something like Trials of Osiris, when you have that exclusive stuff, Lighthouse, it's a money-making thing, too. People like, yo, I can carry you to the Lighthouse. You pay me this bread. You know what I'm saying? Dudes is doing that. It's disproportionate. Oh, shout out to Wilhelm Screaming in the chat. Bro, Stadia gang, man. I need you. You got it. It's free 99, bro. Me and Forte and Sin. You already know what it is. They can't cheat over there. It's a closed environment. It's lit. So Scream, get that free 99, bro. You
everyone, hold up. Every time LordCognito says free 99, I want one of the logos in the chat, because he's gonna say that at least 5-6 more times.
Yo, Fonz, don't be hating on my Stadia. You pocket watching on my Stadia, Fonz. I see you. It's free 99. Ain't no excuse for you not to try it, and it's free. That's all I'm saying. I know I only got 3 friends, but it's cool. I'm gonna get more. We'll help Scream. What's up, Stadia gang?
I saw it, and it popped up on my joint, and it was like, you could join Stadia for free right now. I was like,
I looked at it, but then you know what it is? My worry is that once you sign up, then to unsubscribe is hell.
No. Bro, listen. Man, we put you on with the million. Let me put you on the millions. The millions of people are doing right now, right? This is what you do. You sign up for the free 99, Stadia.com. You go to the free 99, right? They give you the pro version with all their games. You accept this. I want this. I want that. I want all your games. Thank you. Then you go right into the account and cancel it, and your credit card is not charged.
But you still get the 2 months, though.
You get the 2 months off rip. That's what I'm trying to tell you. 2 months. Let's
so we got to listen to this crap for 2 months. This is all I'm talking about, because when you can no longer eat at that food source, I want this over with.
Shout out to he said, I thought the load times was crazy. Now, I got to be honest. You might be on to something with the load time, certain matches. You know what I'm saying? You take a little minute. You might go to the food. You know what I'm saying?
I thought Stadia didn't have load times.
No. As far as he talk about, you know how you try to wait to get a match?
Oh, because there ain't nobody there.
Yeah.
We got that. Okay. No, we already established that. It's 2 people up the block.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it, man. I've done my Stadia pitch. Shout out to this nigga said I'm out here selling it like in the television Amico. That's true. I'm out here pushing. But man, that's what it is.
Systems. You like to do that a lot.
That's been pretty much it for me, just doing that, rocking and rolling. But we got to get this poll popping, you know what I'm saying? So last week poll results, oh, damn, Smitty Smith again. I got to get him, though. $5 super chat. You know it's bad when people don't want your free stuff. Stadia, damn. Yeah, he might be on it so with that. I ain't gonna lie.
Remember when the Division came out for $2 and people was like, it could be free, I'm not buying it.
Fonz, you can access it, got the cross play. Stop spreading that misinformation, Fonz. You pocket watching.
Man, look how extra he's being over this.
Yeah, Fonz, man, because you know what he used to call.
No, I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay, that's true. It's fun. It's fun. I'm just saying. I like it.
Yeah, you winning now.
I'm winning. I'm going to the Lighthouse. I'm lit.
Does it matter?
It's okay.
Listen,
Cognito, it's okay, because I'm gonna do that after the show.
We go. Listen, it's got to win the game.
We go to the Lighthouse up in these streets.
But then it's about winning the game.
That one game that they got that is not on nothing else.
Oh, they little kid game. They got the little kid game for you.
And what's funny is I bet you none of them have touched that game.
I ain't touched that, no. But I downloaded it. It's part of my package. It's part of my Stadia Pro.
That's the only reason to go over there, to try something that you can't try anyplace else.
Yeah, I feel that.
So are you trying to tell me
he going over there?
don't
He
matter?
going over there for the Lighthouse, fam. He don't care about nothing.
Yeah, Scream. Mad people going flawless over there, son. Aries that we had on the show, he fought us on Stadia last night. Dudes going Floyd.
And destroyed them.
They destroyed us. They destroyed us, no doubt. Salute
Wait,
to them
the dude that you had on the show.
Yeah, he was out here. He was supposed to be carrying up. Yo, it was crazy. Before the match, we on our 5th win. We like 2 more. We about to go to the Lighthouse. I see some message pop up. Good luck, fellas.
What? He said, watch your back.
Who's this? Wow. Who's talking to me? And I'm like, oh, it's Aries. Oh, no. And he had his goons with him. I'm like, oh. And they had their lighthouse emblems, they trials, they Egyptian pharaoh. I'm like, oh, this going to be a long night.
You know what it was. Big boys rolled up on y'all playing the Stadia playgrounds.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It was so bad. Sinister was like, man, you already had it, because they already had their win.
Yeah. We was like, why are you still here? You already got to the lighthouse. Like, get off the children's playground and let us rock.
I can't. I can't. He told LeBron and them, get them all stars off the court.
Facts, man. So you already know. Last week, poll results are in, and the people have spoken to the question. With the recent release of Final Fantasy VII Remake receiving mostly positive initial reviews, do you think Part 1 of a remake should be eligible for Game of the Year awards? The winner of a fairly competitive 3-way ILP poll at 41% was yes! Final Fantasy VII is a high-quality adaptation and not just a remastered group.
Don't you love how he act like he didn't know the results before he read them?
Mind-boggling.
like somebody put a blind ballot in front of him.
Unbelievable. Coming in at second place.
It's unbelievable, this guy.
At 35% was no. It's only a subset of an incomplete game. And in last place, at a close 23%, was I don't care. Y'all better keep that same energy for Resident Evil 2 and 3 group. Shout out to all the lords who participated in the poll. Lord King, how do you feel about this, sir?
I don't care what they say. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. Journey to the Savage Planet is the GOAT. Your game is out here with the template, but I do see nice things and I do hear nice things.
That's what's up.
It's all boils down to people's level of enjoyment and how you how you choose to spend your money and enjoy your stuff. So God bless, say less. That's nice about that stuff over there. But I will never give that game the GOAT when it has bare bones from a relic that was years ago when I was younger. So I'm not.
I feel you. I feel like it's your choice. I understand.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, shout out to Stitch again. $10. Wow, $10 super chat. Cog. There's no option to turn off cross-play on Xbox, but it can be done on PlayStation. There is cheat that is activated before the game starts, and the anti-cheat software can pick it up. PC Master Race.
Microsoft really needs to make that a mandate.
Yeah,
wait. So you said on PlayStation,
yeah, they could turn it off.
They could turn it off. Mm-hmm. You know why they could probably turn it off? But they probably still
they're protecting the children. They're protecting. That's why they can turn it off.
This is where Key goes south.
They probably still have that joint, that 1-year exclusive. So next year we'll be able to turn it off too.
Listen, man, they out here, man. Yeah, I did hear that. It's so weird that Xbox can't do it. I heard you can do it, but then you end up being in some like super empty lobby where nobody don't know about the hustle that you're doing and ain't nobody to play with kind of situation.
Yo, you in the lobby with the real ballers and the cheaters.
You already know, man. So we got to get into this show. We got to get into these topics and all that good stuff, man. So up first, Lord Addict, man. A lot of PlayStation news going on, man. What's popping in the world of PlayStation 5?
Oh, you talking about how it's not going to be free $99? It's rumored that it's going to be $4.99. It looks like there's also going to be a shortage on launch, and there was something else that I can't remember.
Well, here's the thing. Shot from the Bloomberg report. Here are the key points from it. It said far fewer units of PlayStation 5 in first year than PlayStation 4's launch. They said the virus, because I'm not going to say the name, affected PR plans. Sony may forego a press conference for PS5 release date and price, and that game devs anticipate a $500 to $549 price for PS5, and then also a PlayStation 4 Pro and a basic PlayStation 4 price cut is considered. So those are some of the major tidbits from the other.
Did you just say they might forego? a press conference and release of it?
I mean, but I think that sounds stupid because obviously they're not having a press conference with people there. So I don't. What does that mean? Like,
I mean, they're not gonna like a digital press conference. Like what? That sounds really strange.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm very confused if King is being sarcastic or he's being
No,
genuine right now. Like,
I'm curious with this because okay, all right.
the way it's worded is doesn't tell you like what it is.
Yeah, that doesn't make no sense to me. What the hell are they talking about? Like, I want to see the box displayed. Don't tell me PlayStation 5 next year. You see what you get in the bag.
In a bag.
I mean, well,
let's
be real, right? The controller was revealed just the way it was revealed. There was no press conference for that. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely that going on. So let's get into Saw. What do you think about all this, man?
The most interesting part about this is when you read it closely, they saying that their production capacity isn't affected at this point, right?
Right.
China's back up and running. You know, they're gonna by June they should be able to produce the amount of consoles that Sony would expect to produce. Now, what they're saying is that because they cannot bring that price point to what their base is accustomed to, they're off the rip going to make less consoles because they think it's going to sell less. It has nothing to do with them not being able to manufacture what they want.
well, that's a bold statement.
And but that's what they're saying.
I love it. This is the song I want here from now on.
No, but this isn't me making it up. The article is saying this, and I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean? So you yourself believe that you're gonna piss people off to the point they're not gonna jump on the bandwagon because that price point is not where they expect it to be. And so you're making less as a result. I don't know. That seems it doesn't feel like Sony to me.
Here's the thing. Let's read.
It's not the same Sony.
Let's
Keep
read
saying
the article.
this.
Let's read the article. Let's see what was shot to Bloomberg and them dudes. He said, okay, Tokyo Base, they said they're limiting their initial production run in part because it feels that the PlayStation 5 specs, ambitious specs, to weigh on demand by leading is at a high price at launch. And of course, we talk about those parts, you know what I'm saying, as far as the access to that. They said the virus has affected Sony's promotional plans for the new device, but not its production capacity. Then they said the company has told assembly partners it will make 5 to 6 million units of the PlayStation 5 for the fiscal year, while Sony for the other PlayStation 2013, it sold 7.5 million units in the first 2 quarters. So they're definitely, like you said, anticipating less. And then they said the last thing, they said the game developers are talking about components cost pushing up the price required for Sony to break even. Sony has struggled with its price setting decision for the PlayStation 5 because of scarce components. So it is I agree, Saul. It does feel self-imposed as far as, you know, the amount of things, because it's not producing it is going to be the issue. But what I was going to ask you this, Saul, don't you think, as far as maybe because of the climate of the virus and just the way things are with the economy, maybe they're saying to themselves, we maybe need to pull back, in reference to that? What do you think?
I'm gonna tell you this. This is Sony. You know how many people are clamoring for the PS5, right? Regardless of whatever we say, right? People are clamoring for the PS5. Right. It's going to sell like hotcakes no matter what. Right. We already saw, like, in this particular climate, apart from not making it difficult to complete games and ship them out, the desire for gaming has grown exponentially just because that's what people are home doing. So they're underestimating, to me, what they can sell. This self-imposed sort of like paring back of what they can do. It doesn't make any sense because those consoles are not going to stay on they're not going to die on the shelf. That's for sure.
Oh, they're going to move. They're going to move.
Do you think that the reason that they're doing what they're doing is because of whatever they're doing to build this? They want to make sure they meet quota, so they're not over promising anything.
Oh, King feels weird, but guys,
no, but that's the thing. They don't even have to promise anything. But the fact that they've come out and said,
but they do have to low key tell people, if you want this, you don't have to reserve anything.
Oh, it's gonna be a bloodbath when it launches, no matter what. If it had 10 million out there at launch, it was gonna be a bloodbath anyway. King knows. King is the king of buying 10 of these.
Yeah, King will buy 10.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and even then, it's a bloodbath.
In a piece.
Exactly. So it doesn't make any sense to me. To me, it seems like they're hiding something. They're not saying something that it's happening on the production line. That it's slowing it down a little bit because this feels like a stupid reason.
I hear where you're going, Saul. Just to counter, I just want to say, I mean, we do got an epidemic, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like, maybe they said to themselves, like, look, if we put out all those, I mean, we feel that they will sell out, right? Wherever they put out is going to sell like hotcakes, right? But maybe it's just like a slight cautious thing from a standpoint of, look, we don't know what's going. And then also remember the retail aspect, right? Retail is really shut down right now. You know, from a lot of.
And I get that 100%. But the thing is, if they had come out and said that,
right,
that makes sense.
True.
When they come out and say, look, it's basically
saying the wording sounds weird.
Yeah, but
because they're saying that because we feel people are not going to find the price point appealing, we're going to make less. That's what the reason they gave. They didn't give a reason about Corona. They said because of the constantly influx situation with the pandemic, even those numbers could change. They did say that, but their reason for paring back from the jump. The reason they gave is because they feel that the price point is going to be unappealing and people won't jump on.
Listen, this thing is self-imposed, right?
Okay.
That's what it feels like.
This is what you do when you go inside the bar. You put the self-imposed position on your wallet. I'm not going over this amount. Okay, so everything about this new Sony seems budget. All right, now the only reason why we are upset because we're used to ball out Sony. We used to Sony coming and balling out. Our logo just
I know, my bad. Yeah, I got that. I got you.
All right. So what I'm seeing is, and what I don't like with the wording is, first of all, you don't got to tell anybody anything. That's the first part right there, because all you're doing is showing signs of weakness. All right. So you don't need to show signs of weakness talking about, okay, well, the price will be from this range to this range and we're not comfortable. Stop lying. You're a company. You want to take as much as you can take.
Right.
So don't give me that. Don't give me the price is too high for our consumer. That's a lie, because you're the same company that came out and said $5.99, $6.99 on these jump offs. And I know it went wrong for them.
Right, and it went wrong. And let's be real, you both agree, King. We know Xbox bungled the Xbox One launch, right? But all of us on the round table agreed that it really did come down to prices. One is $400 and a better, powerful system, and the other one's $500 and less powerful that comes with a camera. Like, it's not rocket science. So my thing is, if they had their best, my point to you, King, is this: if they had their best arguable generation ever, right, with the PlayStation 4 at a $400 price point, don't you think they would be more inclined to want to try to reach that? And being that now that the price numbers are coming out as far as how expensive the parts are and how scarce they are, and let's be real, their SSD is
scarce.
No, they remember the memory. Remember we had the ILP and the Samsung Galaxy phones and all of them is taking the components that they need.
Everybody, who the heck just jumped in?
Oh, shout out! Oh yeah, he under the wrong account. Shout out to Swat under the wrong account. Lord Swat the OG under Lord Lady Panda's account. Salute.
What the hell?
Yeah, continue.
All right. So,
yeah, your volume level is low though. I can't hear you.
Real low.
You're really low. All right. Hopefully, you get his situation. But continue.
We have a new challenger.
Yeah. Continue.
All right.
Super chat too.
It's this way, right? The components is AMD promises a certain amount of components, right? Now, and that's just the CPU and the GPU. Yeah. But we also know that the SSDs and other components is being made from other, companies, right?
Absolutely.
But they know what allotment that they're going to have.
Okay.
Right? So Sony is saying that we're going to throttle that back.
The production of the systems, though, right?
Right. Not because of the simple fact that we can't get it.
No, I agree. Yes,
right?
I agree.
We're going to throttle it back because of the expectations of the price point.
Right.
And we don't know the climate that we're going to.
Yes.
First, let me tell you one thing about this pandemic, right? There's a lot of people out of work right now because they can't go to work.
Right.
But when they're able to go back to work, all right, those jobs will be available. Now, some jobs won't be. Some jobs will be new jobs, and the economy will start to kick in a little bit later. But what I'm saying is you can't forecast your business model on something that you don't know exactly what's going to happen going ahead. whatever your business model was going forward, you want to achieve that. Those first 3 months, you want to sell as maximum as possible, because your competitor that's going to be launching in the same market as you is going to be trying to get as much eyes as possible. So when you're saying this thing, I don't really understand the mentality in saying that we're going to purposely produce less to form a fake shortage that should not be there. You know, this is like if Nintendo told you their strategy. This is literally
because that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. There's going to be a shortage for no reason.
But don't you think that creates like that demand? I won't say the fake demand or whatever, if that's the case.
Does that create animosity? Because
especially when you come out and say it.
I mean, have we confirmed that, like, the vibe I got? Again, I didn't get every detail, Saul, but you educate me on this. The vibe I got was this was investigative reporting to find out, like, that they didn't come out and say, yo, this is what we're doing. This is what certain snitches are saying that they got inside that people are telling the business to Bloomberg. That's the vibe I got, unless it's something y'all telling me something else.
But it's Bloomberg. It's not, you know, it's not GameCrazy.com. It's Bloomberg.
This is not 4chan.
Yeah.
We're talking about the reputable Bloomberg, sir.
So
you can come out and say, no. We'll be producing as much as we possibly can to make sure that you're happy.
Client comment.
Yeah, so you know that means if somebody tells you, are you guilty or not? I'm going to take the fifth. You know, oh boy, guilty as hell.
But it could be they just not ready to reveal their plans. That also could be it.
Okay, I'm so sick and tired of people giving these dudes a pass talking about, you know, Sony not talking right now. They just really coy.
I have to agree. I have to agree with King on that. Like, how much longer are we gonna let Sony go quiet without being like something's up?
But
like,
this is gamer impatience. I mean, what about y'all just being impatient? I don't move
think
how they would move.
We am almost at the end of April.
But they got the PlayStation 4, the most dominant console. They don't need to work on your time.
Well, you know what's funny? They worked on my time with the PlayStation 4. By now, we knew a lot more about the PlayStation 4 than we do the 5. We know the controller.
The
fraud alerts.
We know for a fact that this is a fraud situation in progress, and we need to roll up with the lights on them and see exactly what's going on. Because I'm not gonna front. I've never heard a company come out and say, now usually dudes say, we're gonna have a shortage. You know, we tried to produce as much. I've never heard of something, a secret come out that said, they're gonna purposely throttle it back. They're gonna purposely make sure that what happens to little Timmy under the Christmas tree that get a PlayStation because evil Sony said not for you, no soup for you.
Out of control. Hold on, we get this super chat. I gotta respond. Shout out to Stitch with the $2 super chat. PlayStation 5 dead on arrival at 550. Thoughts? Yeah, that's a high. That's high if they do that. Yeah, then we had shout out to Brap, Basement Radio Arcade Podcast, $2 super chat. Salute, Lord. Salute, Basement Radio Arcade. And Christopher Hart for you, King. $2 super chat. Sony will be walking on water with the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, yo, you'll be walking on water to go get one because it'll be overseas. So you just make sure that you got your passport ready, Freddie, so you can get on that plane to go get your PlayStation 5.
Adam, you got to get Smitty Smith.
All right, let me pull it up. We got a $10 super chat from Smitty Smith. Jim Dance Move Ryan. Who's that on the Summer Jam screen wearing a tutu? Oh my God. Smitty Smith. Oh, that's Chris Hart, Jim Dancing Move Ryan. I've been looking for a new dance partner, Smitty Smith. I bet you have.
Savage. Oh my God. Listen, man. All I'm gonna say is that this is the official statement that they also said in conjunction with that, which was basically that they said the production volume can still change. They said depending on the virus situation. Sony has asked employees to work from home to mitigate the spread of the virus. Its board has been unable to meet and approve business plans for the current fiscal year, including those for the PlayStation unit. The meeting was originally supposed to take place in March. Sony said last month that it plans to release results for the year ended March.
Couldn't get together. They ain't got Zoom.
Oh my God, kid.
You're talking about billionaires, millionaires. The board can't get together. They ain't got phones. They can't do conference. The board can't get together to make a decision on the. They gotta be in the same room.
That's another thing. That's
Oh
another
my
thing.
God,
They're saying that their promotional plans were thrown into
Yeah.
but everybody's promotional plans.
According to the virus has already upended Sony's promotional plans. The company may forego hosting a public press conference for its PlayStation 5 release date and price unveiling due to infection fears. Wait, hold on. Wait, it's the last point. I'll give it to King.
The public press conference makes 100% sense. Yeah,
Right.
just do a digital thing. Yeah, that's fine.
Recently, it was forced to reveal the DualSense PlayStation 5 controller in a hurried fashion.
Who did that for you, baby? Who did that for you, baby? It's so dumb, and it's Maximus Spencer up there, baby. Who did that for you? They was forced. They did not want to come out. They
would come outside, King?
Who the hell did that?
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like, how? Okay, so whose fault is that, though? Like I said, you shared it with developers outside of Sony, so your partners as well, people that have a vested interest in keeping this stuff secretive as long as possible, and you can't trust them. Like, so I mean, what does that have to do with having to rush?
We got to gloss over this.
It looks spooky, but I'm just saying. I mean, they were forced. They had, the virus is hitting them hard. What are we supposed to do?
It's like them whatchamacallit, them Instagram celebs that have their nudes leaked, and then they just leak them themselves so that they get ahead of the leakers. You know what I mean? Like,
so we can't come outside. Go ahead, King. And then I gotta get cold.
This is when you get your butt whipped. You run to your big brother, and you think he gonna fight for you. He said, "Back outside."
You gotta take that butt whipping yourself.
Yo, hold on. We got 2 super chats from two of my peoples, man. Shout out to Optimus Cole, man. That's my brother. $5 super chat. He said, "That's real about the board meeting, King." He said, "Zoom is insecure. No way they would discuss that on a Zoom or phone
Just use
call."
Microsoft Teams. That's all. That's it.
You think Microsoft is not having conference calls on their phones? Microsoft is sitting there talking about we can't meet in person. Oh well, to the business.
That's true. All right, King, you on to something. King, you on to something.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Because I can't see you face to face.
You know what's crazy? It's actually low key. It's like Sony acting like they drug dealers right now. We can't say that on the phone. Like we need certain things, man. We can't just come straight out and say something.
Hold
man.
on. We gotta give it up to the homie, man. Cycle Gamer, that's my dude. $5 super chat. Just wanted to say, oh damn, the chat went up. Okay, there you go. Just wanted to say, share some of that stimulus check to one of the best podcasts in the game. Salute y'all, my brother, man. Cycle Gamer, man. Salute, bro. I got Cycle on the show.
What was you gonna say, King?
It's just like you said, Addict. They doing like that, like it's a drug transaction. Like they say, I don't see you eye to eye. We are not doing this deal. like what is going on? What Sony is? Yo, Optimus Cole, you know and I know. Microsoft is moving in the same space, but they don't having the same hiccup.
I feel like this is just a cop out.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't want to get off. You say
it feels weird, and I get it that it's not directly from them. But like I said, it's Bloomberg. Bloomberg is going to publish.
Yeah, Bloomberg is not in the console wars and none of that. They just going to tell you what they heard. Like they're definitely not. Like you said, this ain't game crazy.
Hold on. We got royalty in the realm right there. That's my brother from another. That's my man right there. That's the husband of the year.
Yes,
sir. That's my guy, right?
Say something to the people. Let me make sure we can hear you, Swat.
What's up, guys?
There we go. What's up, guy? I got the ILP shirt on. Good to have you in. So, are you listening to all this banter that's going on with PlayStation 5 and the reports from Bloomberg? Did you get a chance to see any of that stuff, or you need me to send it to you while we're talking?
No. I think I read a little bit of it last night when you sent it to me.
So, what's your feeling, man?
I think if they had a lot to go on, they'd be shouting it from the rooftops. I don't know if they're gonna walk on water, but I'm just waiting and seeing.
You're just in a wait and see kind of mode.
He said if they're gonna walk water.
No doubt. We gotta get this super chat. Shout out to the JD Gamer, $5 super chat. Price is so important every generation. If PlayStation 5 fails at price, what could the effect be? And would we even be having this convo if Microsoft's Xbox One launched at $399. Interesting. Yeah, price is important. Price is important, and we have heard that they are willing to kind of wait and see what Microsoft is doing as far as
I
their
think they
price.
know that Microsoft's willing to adjust, and because if you want to get technical, we still don't know the price of the Xbox Series X, and it's looking like the S is about to get announced. So let's put that into consideration. We're gonna have the S and the X revealed before the PS5 is revealed. Like,
we gotta see
all that without eating in person.
Solve. Yo, you stupid. So we got mad super chats. We got Cole.
Yeah,
we got
let's go.
we got to try to catch up. Help me out.
Shout out to Optimus Cole with the $5 super chat. Microsoft has custom tools that they built that they know that they can trust and are secure. Sony is way behind the proprietary collaboration software. That is for sure, Cole. That's for sure. But that's a them problem. That is a them problem. You know, you're a multi-billion-dollar company. Like, fix that.
They use the PlayStation 2 service.
They're using the cell processor.
Shout out to Shroom Kingdom, $2 super chat. Bloomberg out here acting like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Listen, man, they just reporting the news, man. They ain't locking nobody up. They just reporting the news, man. Yo, I got to get these super chats.
Shout out to Mariano Pompo with the $3 super chat. Sony should use their PS5 controller to talk #safe.
You disrespectful. You disrespectful. How you going to set the microphone in the controller and say they got to use that for the comments? Go. You disrespectful, Mariano.
we got a $10 super chat from Philly Eagle. No disrespect intended to anyone, but they are wording it that that the way because they know they are stupid people who would believe it. If they said the sky isn't blue, just more bullish for fanboys.
Oh, yeah, I feel you.
Damn, we still got more. Wow. Restored Hades, throw the crest up, $5 super chat. Growing up, Sony has always been the aggressor. I know you all remember the Crash trailers with him standing outside Nintendo asking Mario to facts. You right, it is. And I will say in King's and Sov's, in King and Sov's defense, yes, it does feel out of character to see them on their heels. Sov, you got to get Brap. He's up next.
Shout out to Brap with the $5 super chat. Phil Spencer also said the plan is to launch Series X holiday 2020, but that there are no guarantees that happens. Recent BGR article, that is true.
To be honest with you, he said software was the biggest up to date.
I don't know, Brap, if you listen to the Unlocked interview, the vibe he got, because shout out to Ryan McCaffrey, and he actually was on your show before. He challenged Phil in a way I never seen. He was like, look, if it come down to the hardware and Halo Infinite, you know what I'm saying? And Phil he said was like, look, the manufacturing stuff is coming up online. We don't anticipate anything. Now, he did say with Halo Infinite, like he kind of alluded that, look, if it's not ready, we're not going to force out a game. But the vibe is the hardware is coming. You know what I'm saying? At least that's the impression he gave.
Let me just also say this. He knows that he has that Cyberpunk 2077 in his pocket. So so he can actually say the game that is so highly anticipated that we're making on our own, we're not going to force it out the door just to meet hardware. And that would, if he ever did that and that game flops, this is where his legacy is on. This is his launch.
Right, this is his launch. We know that.
So when you say that, they said they might not. No, Brap, we ain't gonna let you roll with that.
Oh my God,
you today, man. You not gonna.
Oh my God, why you gotta get the fraud? Why Brap gotta get the fraud alert? You just making a point,
Brap. You know I'm on your head with this.
No, I think that had alternative motives. Like we all saw the same interview.
But all he said is that there's no guarantees it's gonna happen. He does agree with us.
But no, I have to call it, man, because in that interview he was very confident that it was going to come out. He was said he was like the consoles is extremely ahead of schedule. Right. He's like we even have a take at home project right now with them. He's like, if anything gets canceled or delayed, it's the software.
At it. He said, didn't you just see the box in the next room? We're playing it now. You ain't playing it.
Shout out to you. We got to get the Rain G4, man. $5 super chat. Sony may have, these chats are flying, like they keep going up. Sony may have AAA games in the works and waiting until it's finished to show off at launch. I hear you, Rain, but the only thing is the Bloomberg report doesn't really allude to that. Like it seems like it's different, man, and it's a lot of other things going on, infrastructure wise, and we just got to figure what's going on, man. This is definitely.
It's like I said, man. We passed April. We passed the middle of April. We still don't know anything, pretty much.
Shout out to Smitty Smith.
and just like the article said, they were forced to show us the controller. You got to put who did that for you.
I got you. Who did that for you? No doubt. Get the joint, King.
Mark Cerny have another ear conference.
Oh my God, y'all petty, y'all messy, y'all so messy today. All Dizzy's in the round. Here we go. Throw the crest up for the Diz. To the Sony fans, the sun will come out tomorrow. Put your bottom down out tomorrow. There'll be sun. Just thinking of he still be singing the whole song. He said just thinking about it. Yo, I can't with you. You can't be doing the Andy song, Diz. You out of control right now, man. I got savage. Listen, man, I'm gonna jump in real quick. This is a good one. I don't know, man. I mean, I will say this. Yes, we have to.
And here's Cognito with the middle ground statement.
I'm just gonna say I don't know. I can. Go ahead.
He got to do his political. Go ahead.
Saying I don't know is political.
It's okay, King, because we got Solve on us this time.
Okay, y'all all on the same page. I'm just saying I don't know what's going on. I will agree. Yes, it looks shaky, a little different than the Sony I'm used to. Absolutely, but I can't go crazy only for one reason. I go crazy.
You gonna go crazy?
You know when I'm gonna go crazy?
When?
I'm gonna go crazy if June
when they
comes
only
by.
release 5 of them.
If June comes by and we still don't got enough, you know what I'm saying? Like June to me is my internal cutoff, right?
Wait, okay,
okay,
okay.
let's go.
Time out.
So we're on to June. Okay,
like
got you.
E3 June.
E3 June, yeah.
So the normal time that we will normally
like if they are quiet during that period, then they getting the fraud alert emoji from me. They getting the concern, like what's going on. Like at that point, you got to be in production. You know what I'm saying? You got to start moving and grooving. So all this, get at it.
You gave yourself the fraud alert. I like that.
I'm starting to be convinced that the PS5, even maybe the Series X, but when Microsoft seems to be a little bit more confident when it comes to the Series X coming out because they've actually made comments, they've showed what the console looks like. Right. I'm starting to think that the PS5 might be delayed till 2021. Like I'm really starting.
Brap agrees with you. He thinks both consoles could be.
I'm not believing in Brap with that X. I already know. Phil has come hella high water, bro.
Listen, I don't think
back across that water, he's gonna give them to you.
That's the advantage Microsoft has because Microsoft is focusing more on Game Pass and the ecosystem.
Right.
The games are gonna be there, right? Even if Infinite isn't there, right? You're still gonna have to be. If the machine for whatever reason doesn't make it out this year, which I don't believe is gonna happen, I think it's just the fact that the ecosystem is what matters overall. That carries.
That's where me and you on the same page. That's where I'm with y'all. Phil, look, who did that for you? Phil is prepared. To me, they have shown that during
about to get that Aurelius.
During a crisis, they appear to be the better prepared company. Based on what we're seeing as far as the rollout, as far as the marketing, as far as all these things, and he doesn't seem the level of transparency is so much like that they just, to me, when I see that, it's like a kid that's prepared for the test. You know the dude with his school time, he be like, yo, I still got to study. And you know what I'm saying? You don't get to see because he's trying to study. He's scrambling, to do stuff. This dude is like, yeah, I'm ready. When's the date? What day is the test? We're ready. Like,
wait for Tuesday.
Yeah, like he feels.
Tuesday. From them dropping the ball in 2013, though?
Yes. And I think Swat, I completely agree. I think what it is 2013 showed, it actually taught them a harsh lesson. I agree with King's point that this is his launch completely detached from the old infrastructure as far as the Terry Myerses, the Don Matrix, and all that stuff. He said on Ryan McCaffrey's thing that he had to build morale up during his leadership reign. So I think that they said to themselves, I think King is on to something. I think that what they said to themselves is three things. One, transparency. Let everyone know what's going on. Two, we can't lose the power narrative, right? Three, what Solve is saying, we're going to push services, xCloud, all that stuff. So actually, that kind of approach, especially the services and xCloud stuff, really is conducive to a climate that is going through an epidemic like this, right? Where hardware is hard to get. The retail could be stymied. They are moving and grooving because their model kind of alludes better to that type of climate, whereas Sony is kind of the more traditional, the brick and mortar, the stores, and getting it out there. And I just
away because we're seeing that they need to be all in one room to make a decision. So when you all have to get together to make a decision, and you waiting for the holdout to allow you to get to work, while other people are still moving. Listen, what I've just noticed is Microsoft is doing probably 3 different launches in 1 year, and these dudes can't get one launch together right. You talking about xCloud rolling out, right? Because they're doing xCloud right now. If you don't think that's a rollout and a launch, they're doing a soft launch and getting it in everybody's hands right now, and they're building an infrastructure and linking that to the Game Pass and allowing you to be part.
He does got a point.
He's got a fantastic
point. And then they're talking about the S. Then they're talking about the X. Why can't you just get a controller and a system out? Why can't you
like
market leader? What's going on here?
You remember when they were talking about when they were talking about supply chains might be stymied by the fact that the taxes coming out of China and all that stuff. That was an issue, right? And immediately you saw that Microsoft pivoted and said, "Oh, we have contingency plans for that. We're manufacturing in the Philippines or something like that." So they already had contingency. Yeah, exactly. They had contingency plans for production before all of this going on.
Right.
I think Microsoft's big thing is they're like, look, like regardless what happens, we're gonna have to throw even if we have to throw money at it. If it's a possible scenario where this does not get delayed, if we could stop it, we're doing that.
Let's get these super chats. We are behind. Optimus Cole, $5 super chat. There is a whole chapter on custom collaboration tools in the Book of X.
We got a $2 super chat from Stitch. Sony don't know what's going on at call. We got a $2 super chat from Smitty Smith. Optimus Code is on to something.
Yes.
Put that on to something up there, man.
I got it for him. I got you.
We got a Rain G4 $2 super chat. Sony has the Tower of Sour.
Oh my.
Hashtag dual no sin.
Oh my Lord. I can control the messy today. Oh wow.
We got a $5 super chat from I am not pronouncing. Someone else pronounce that.
Mariano Pompa.
Yeah, that's definitely not a white thing I can say. All right. So what could Microsoft do to force Sony to show something, if not everything? Got a $2 super chat for Rain G4. You need a permit to buy a PS5.
Smitty Smith, $5 super chat. Microsoft has all their ducks in a row. They are prepared. The Book of X. Who did that for you?
Okay. What can Microsoft do to make Sony come outside? You're about to see CMA. You're about to see the SmackDown. Like you ever been watching wrestling? You get that dominant wrestler that just be running through and he's yelling out who's next. Shout out to Goldberg. He's looking like Goldberg right now. And I want him to tailor it back a little bit because sometimes when you win too hard, people start to root against you.
Right. What are you talking about, Phil?
Yeah. I like the dominance. I like how everything is going. Let these dudes come out and then smack them back.
That's what I think. That's literally what he's doing. I mean, I think his thing is that this is my theory. I believe that the Lockhart will be something that they use as a reactionary method. There's a lot of chess and gamesmanship, that I feel is going on, and I think that they have allocated. But what surprised me, to your defense, is when they said, when I read in the Bloomberg report that they hurried the controller out. Why are you hurrying anything out? Why aren't you ready for that? So I gotta agree with y'all on that point. Like that part, when I read stuff like that, that concerns me. I'm like, okay, you should be prepared.
Did you see what Microsoft did right after they released their controller joint?
What?
They showed the controller for the Cyberpunk. They leaked that out.
Oh yeah, with the console.
I do have a question for you guys. I know it's not a topic, but the whole website thing flashing.
Yes, that's what he talking about.
What do you guys think that's going to be?
They've already,
because that's going tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
I thought they've already revealed, said it was the Cyberpunk console thing. Wasn't that it?
It's a console. You guys haven't seen it?
Yeah, I saw it. The Cyberpunk console.
No, it said come back. No, it said come back in 4 days. It's not been 4 days.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's the gameplay trailer.
Okay.
Because remember, Microsoft has the marketing rights for the game, so I believe it's like the gameplay trailer. Because remember, we haven't seen anything else since that stuff that you saw that I was so jelly about that you got a chance to see behind closed doors.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Shout out to Cog to with the eyes on by himself in the corner.
Shout out to CD Projekt Red for blessing LordsOfGaming.net. Shout out to Gene in the chat, Lord Gene from LordsOfGaming.net. He said yes, it leaked, and I think Lord Mahmoud was the one. That's my brother right there. He put that up on LordsOfGaming.net. It's up there right now. You can see the console. I don't like the design. I like the controller. I don't like the design, but I heard this console glows in the dark. You know what I'm saying? So that's an interesting thing.
I'm not buying it. I can tell you this: I will get that controller.
Yeah,
and if I got to,
and buy the. I don't know about that, man. Glowing in the dark, that's scaring me.
Now the question is that console going to be $300?
Yeah, well, you got that topic, you know. If you wanna roll right into that,
you wanna switch topics and roll right into it. Yeah,
we can switch up the order if you want. You know what I'm saying? We can switch it up because Switch Stitch don't like no switch topics.
I mean, it's gonna be pretty hard to switch the topic with the little light thing.
Well, I just switch up the lights. You know what I'm saying? The graphic card gave us I got the power.
The
lights up, man.
Well, no, because we got this switch.
All right, King wants to switch to. All right, King.
Oh, we got mad super chats.
We got
to get JD Gaming with the $5 super chat. Don't forget that Microsoft is launching a dual screen phone later this year. Might not need a controller with that one to play xCloud. That is true. More all-in-one devices to play in their ecosystem. Smitty Smith with the $5 super chat. Microsoft is like World War Hulk. Sony don't want no parts of this combat.
Messy.
And then shout out to you want me to get it?
Yeah, get it.
Shout out to Spoon Man with the $5 super chat. Hashtag infield dominance we trust. Hello, boy. It's been a while.
Facts. I gotta hit you with the Phil dominance on that one, man. Spoon Man, salute, man. I haven't seen you in a minute. That's what's up, man. So all right, we'll stay on order because King has a lot to talk about. Clearly, he wants to get off on this. So yeah, man. So what's going on? We got a lot of Switch talk going on. What's going on, King? You excited? What's going on?
I like when you set it up.
Okay, yes. So from our knowledge, you know what I'm saying, as far as the Switch, there's some rumors that's going on. I want to shout out, I believe the gentleman is Mike Heskin. And what happened is there's a lot of basically actually the Switch, all your guys with the Switches, you got your firmware 10.0 came out. So with this firmware, and I believe Homeboy is a vulnerability researcher, aka professional hacker, most likely. But so it looked like in this data mine, he found out that there is a new model Switch. It's definitely confirmed in there. It's the NX something ABCD, and apparently this model has evidence of a secondary display exclusively for this model. So this is data mined information from this 10.0 firmware leak. So yeah, King, I'm just gonna give it back to you. I know you brought it to my attention. I did not know about any of this because I haven't played Switch a little bit. But what's your thought process, man? It's your topic.
It lives. I will take this. I will purchase this. Give me a clamshell Switch.
Wait. Are you saying King Switch coming in hot?
Boy, did you just not read it? Did you just not get data mined and they just told you that? Listen, it makes perfect sense, to be honest with you. These systems is coming up, and I don't know how the hell this Switch has been keeping. They've been keeping pace, if not running circles around the Xbox and Sony with the same games. Now, some of them might be a little bit muddy, but dudes running out there buying these games. So they know for sure they cannot keep pace with these new systems. And I think this is the next evolution in that, but I missed the double screen. Like I missed my my
3DS.
Yeah. So now that I get the double, I will definitely
Can you tell me why you like the double screen? I need to hit it. You were a 3DS guy, right? Please explain to me why you love this double screen.
The map.
Oh, wait, time out.
You can literally put the map on the
only
screen.
here for Switch. All this stuff y'all did back in the y'all pioneered it for me to make it hot. So my question is, why did y'all like that? I just want to know what's the whole appeal.
I was raised on that. You don't remember the clamshell Nintendo joints, the pocket
old
game?
school, the pocket watch.
Yeah.
You on this? Okay.
I was raised on that. They literally grew up a little baby that fiend for that.
Yeah, the little static screen that the double clay. Yeah, you're right.
I remember my mother sent me to the store to go pay the phone bill, and I was going across the street. And lo and behold, I saw that the game is he shoots the smoke up in the air.
Yeah.
So it was like a plant game or something like that, and it was a dual screen. And I went in there and I paid half of that on the phone bill, but I brought the case.
Wow.
Shout out to never sending the kid to pay the bills.
Yes. Oh, you king.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yo, listen,
The phone bill ain't get paid, my mama.
Listen.
I know he got the whipping of a life.
That was the best beating you ever got.
Yes, you know why? Because they went to the store. She took me right back to the store with the game. Was like, "Yo, how could you sell this to a child?" He said, "I don't care about none of that stuff. There's no returns and no refunds." So I knew after a period of time, my mama wasn't gonna play it. She gonna have to get that over the beat.
Yo, that's lit. Let's get smarter here, man. So obviously this firmware rumor, you know what I'm saying, about the Switch. Now, I believe also you and Lady Panda, y'all come from the 3DS era and all that stuff. So how do you feel about this firmware datamine second dual screen new Switch?
I don't know. I like the Wii U. I'm a little nervous about. I want them to show what it is. More than just like being data mined and being talked about like, oh, this is what it's going to be.
Right.
Because honestly, what I'd much rather prefer is a Switch with like a 6-hour battery life. Like,
I feel that.
Didn't the new one have a longer battery
True.
life?
The new one.
not long enough.
Yeah, not long enough though. Yeah, I agree. But it's better. It's better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Swat. So that's mainly your point on this.
Yeah, I mean, on the Wii U and even on the 3DS, like there were some games that utilized it well, but at times it felt a little gimmicky with certain games like Yokai Watch. I remember being kind of. I just didn't like how aggressive you had to scrape on the screen because I didn't want to scratch it up.
So let me ask you this question, Swat. You said that you would like a longer battery life. What if, because of the dual screen, they able to put an extra battery inside, and they do give you that 6 to 8 hours of battery life with the dual screen?
Probably with or without, I'll probably end up buying it because even with a lot of the newer consoles coming out, I don't really know what I want to buy because they're looking more and more like PCs now.
Yeah.
You already have a PC.
And you already have a PC, yeah. So you're not really impressed.
Well,
I feel you, man.
And also, I mean, with the whole Game Pass thing, I can play all the Xbox games on my PC.
Yes.
Who did that for you? Shout out for that. I was waiting for that. Shout out for that. Who did that? Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer, sir. Yes. He did that. Soon to be Aurelius.
It is a great program.
Yes, absolutely. I gotta get.
And you heard that from the words of Swat.
Yes, the creator. For y'all don't know, if y'all ever want to know about the crest, which we always throw up in the chats and all that, Lord Swat is the original creator. He's the base designer for the original logo, and then shout out to Nero Primero for throwing extra sauce on it. You already know, but we got to shout you out, man. So because people ask me all the time, yo, that logo. I was like, that's Swat, man. Swat was the one. King gave him the directive, and he pulled through. You know what I'm saying?
No, we sat there, we broke bread, we was eating sushi. Shout out to somebody that said, King, you got to eat some sushi. And when we went to the restaurant to go eat sushi. Little quick story. Right? We went to go
to Indianapolis 500.
I can't help these hillbillies around here having broken exhausts and stuff.
Tractor trailers.
So we go out to go get some sushi because we was at E3. We wanted to eat. It was me, him, and Panda. Yes. So we get in there. So we getting our sushi for the night. Whatever we eating, that sushi was really good too, by the way. Right?
Yeah, it was.
So we ordered some sake. All three of us, right? So they brought our sake out, me and Swat sake, and it's filled to the top. They brought her sake out, and it wasn't all the way up to the top. Panda was like, "What the hell is going on? Fill up my sake." She was not playing. You gonna give me full sake?
Shout out to the unfilled sake. You know what I'm saying? Yo, throw the crest up right quick. Victor Alistair, $5 super chat. Microsoft needs to have X1 tech in their phone to compete with the Switch natively. And shout out to you guys. Should have the Dawn as a guest book of X. Salute, salute to those guys, man. The Dawn and them guys. Yeah, I mean, if they come out with a phone like that, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I think Microsoft's done with phones.
Yeah, maybe too. I don't know.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
You think they're still in it, Swat?
They got one coming.
They announced it. They announced the new Surface phone.
Yeah,
really?
The folding one, the dual. It looks like a 3DS.
It does look like a 3DS.
It's gonna have the software of the. It's gonna have xCloud built in. It's gonna have something. And when you get that phone, it's going to be a one-stop shop, baby. How they going to launch a phone, xCloud, Series X, Series get a damn console out.
All those new tablet devices they're coming out with are dual screen too.
Yeah, man. Well, we gotta see. We gotta see. Let's get addict on this, man. You come from that era. Are you excited about a dual screen Switch?
I don't care. Just give me Braver Default, the next Zelda. I'll buy it. Like,
oh, you would pick it up.
I mean, if that's the only way I could play these games, yeah.
Swat, turn your mic up. You low.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, sir.
What if they released what if they ported in the Wii U Wind Waker HD?
Ooh.
Alec, would you buy one then?
It just if I can only play it on that device, I would.
Well, obviously,
but if I could play it on the Switch that's on right now, then I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't buy it.
Mm-hmm. All right, no doubt.
And I think
I still have an S, so you know.
Yeah, you talking to the dude that if he ain't got her, he ain't gonna.
I don't blame him.
No doubt. That's what's up, Soft, man. Where you at with this dual screen Switch? Are you excited?
I don't know about excited, but I think
no, it's not coming in hot.
It ain't coming that hot. But what I will say is this: it feels like, and hopefully I'm right, but I don't know because this is Nintendo we're talking about. By going the dual screen route, they're trying to unify. They realized that they're still going to sell plenty of 2DS and 3DS. They're going to sell plenty of those, right? But my hope is that they're finally realizing that they need to unify this ecosystem as much as possible under the Switch banner. And that's my hope, right? That you'll be able to play these 3DS games on this new dual screen Switch. Right. In addition to games coming out for the Switch moving forward, we'll have that option where you can use, like I said, the second screen for like a map or something like that. Because it's like anything that doesn't have a dual screen, you're always going to be pressing the select button to go to your map or whatever. Right. The 3DS just made that. It just made it easier. You just had it always in front of you, and you could do different things with that second screen. It isn't game changing per se, but it's a move that makes it feel like they're looking at their ecosystem more as an ecosystem, and maybe, and this is wishful thinking, maybe they'll be gouging you less for your money. But
that's a lot. But do you think that this system replaces the docked system?
It could be, right? They were saying something about how the code names indicate that it's a hybrid system, or the code just it leads them to believe one is a hybrid, one is like a standard console, one is straight up portable, right? So depending on how it's lettered and numbered. So I believe this one is supposed to be hybrid again, where it's portable and additionally it can be plugged into a dock. So if that is the case, I think maybe the OG straight up just dock version kind of gets phased out. And this will be the new hybrid, and then you still have the light as your straight up portable.
And you know how it stops the scratching screens by you making it a clamshell. You just put the clamshell in, and then you no more
just plug another thing, right? Forget about the dock, right? If you're not going to put actual power in the dock, then forget about the dock. Just give me the HDMI port on the machine itself.
I don't like my joint laying on the table. What's up with you? I like my joint. I like first of all, nobody like they joint just laying there. Like, just don't do that. Like,
but again, if it's folded, if it's nice and protected and folded, it's a little thing unto itself. I can do that.
You see this right here?
Stand up and look all nice and pretty. It's
gonna get a little stand, right? A little kickstand. You see that?
There you go.
Oh no! The little kickstand gave out.
Yeah, their kickstand is in the bushes. Straight up. Oh, that's the phone kickstand. Okay.
But I like it like that. Like, I like presentation. Don't give me my joint just laid out like this and be like, here you go. That's not a nice. That's not pleasing to me. That's not no clamshell. Let's get a little dock. Let's make it look nice, please, Nintendo. I want that.
God.
But that would mean that either it folds both ways, right? Because you want the screen on the outside.
No. I want it closed like clamshell,
like a clam.
But you just want to be able to stand it up and look at it.
I want it to be. I want you to walk in my house and be like, "What's that?"
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's laying out,
right.
You're like, "Yo, what's that?" Like,
is that a book? Like, is it?
You gotta have some. I'm a visual type of dude. So it got you walk in, they be like, oh, and it's next to your TV. You take pictures, it look nice. If it's laying flat, they be like, what's that thing laying? They don't even care. So, no.
Shout out to True Kingdom, $2 super chat. Nintendo only doing this to resell you 3DS games. You know what? Right. I think you ordered something, True King. I think you ordered something with that. I'm about to jump in. Man.
I'm okay as long as they'll kill the 3DS off.
Look, it's gonna have virtual console, and y'all all gonna shut up.
God bless y'all hearts with this.
Well, just to bring this up, I mean, anyone remember like the original DSs? They used to come with the port for the advanced games.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that.
I mean, you know, Nintendo's done it before where they have one console that can take 2 different types of games, so it could be a possibility that they allow it to take games. But my question, like, one of the things I wonder is, I mean, that's you're bringing it back a lot just to have like a really low res version of games. I mean, 3DS was not really all that. Like, we're talking about like the Switch not being graphically powerful. 3DS
can
without the 3D, it was kind of hard to look at.
Can we admit that, you know, maybe this isn't supposed to be like a new iteration of the Switch? It's just like a Switch that is a little bit different to give the 3DS people a little bit more incentive to get into it.
And that's what I mean. Like, if you add the 3DS accessibility to this, you just increase the library like tenfold, right? By doing that.
It's the hustle. I already see what's going on. And for me, look, man, this is hard evidence. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. I know y'all happy. This is not. I'm not about this. This is not hot. This is not Switch coming in hot to me. But
what if it's more powerful though? What if
that's the only caveat? But we know they're not going to do that.
I don't think that. I think that's what this is. I think that they're going to kill the 3DS out. They've not made the announcement. They're like, look, like you Switch owners, like I get it. Here's a Switch that's backwards compatible with the 3DS games.
And here come the titles.
When we kill it. You have the Switch games and you have the 3DS games.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying, if it don't got no power fidelity better in any way, and it's just a different Switch with the second screen,
I'm all in.
Let me change. Let me change my vote. I want to on to something. I come to think of it, if they did that, I would buy it if I had access to the 3DS games. Because sometimes I'll be at Walmart and I'll be looking for something to play. And they're
let me finish. For both of y'all right now.
Let me finish. Sometimes I'll be at Walmart looking for something to play on the Switch, and like all the hot stuff is on the 3DS, and I'm like, man, like
hot stuff. It's the same man talking about 480i on the games I'm playing. He talking about hot stuff with the same graphics.
But no,
there's good games. They throw him a second screen, and you bend the knee for an extra screen.
I said it has to be compatible with the 3DS games.
Fraud alert on both of y'all.
Have you played any of the 3DS games? Have you ever owned a 3DS?
All the Switch thing, and there's no power happening, but you excited for a second screen with no power. Right now, because you ain't getting no power that you complain about. You complain about it every king. He complained about all the time. Now all of a sudden, I'm getting a second. I'm getting a new mirror. I'm getting a new mirror on my clamshell. I'm excited. Fraud.
Why don't you let me talk?
Fraud alert.
Go at it. Go.
King, every time we've talked about the Switch, what's the one thing I say? I buy the Switch for its exclusives. I don't care about third parties.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now and the power. What about the power now? Now you don't care about the look. You don't care about how it look.
I'm not gonna keep arguing about this.
But I got mad 3DS games, right? This is me. I got mad 3DS games upstairs, right? And if, like Addict said, you know, I mean, I got a little.
Keep the front on for this. Continue.
Well, listen, if you want to put it up, I'm gonna put it up on you because you missed the Switch, man. You missed the Switch, man. But now that you got a Switch that could actually switch up and do something different, you want to say no.
God forbid us want to play 3DS games. You know,
these are the same men every show. Why you want to play these games? It's the worst version of the game, but they get a second screen and they bending knees. They bending over for second screens.
Okay, hold on. No. We're talking about 3DS. We're talking about the platform that has all the Pokemon games. We're talking the platform that has all the Zelda games.
Graphics. With the same whack graphics.
Oh my god.
With the same whack graphics you complain about. You popping bottles for this.
See, you know why I'm popping bottles for this? Because I ain't got to buy no games. I got some games upstairs. I can just actually play my games now, all in one unit. So I got my Switch, I got my 3DS.
I've said from the start I buy the Switch for its first party stuff.
So
Anyway.
Nintendo actually told me. Nintendo said, "I'm gonna give you everything in one box, King. I'm gonna give you the dual screen like you like it, because you like to have the 2-joint jump off. Thank you, Nintendo. I appreciate that. Maybe it up-res the joints. I don't know. Maybe they do something nice.
I don't know about King, but I've always been paranoid about it. I'm like, look, I have a computer. I have an Xbox. I have a PlayStation. If I wanted to play those other stuff, I play it on there. When you talk about a third party game on the Switch, I said, "Yo, I got it on my Xbox. I don't need to play it on there."
I need y'all to put Ford alert lights.
You've always had that narrative.
Yeah,
but
I need y'all to put Ford alert lights on. If y'all think King and Addict are frauding because of the Switch, that's just let me know.
I've always
said y'all think they're fraud. That's all I want to know. I want to see frauders in the chat. If you think, thank you, Jonathan B.
I've always said I went where the games are. I've always said that.
No, for sure. But okay, if you had never made fun of anybody playing a third party release on the Switch, as opposed to the other consoles, you'd be in the clear. But every time you have the opportunity to make fun of somebody playing,
the thing is, on the Switch, I've always said I played for its first party exclusives. I don't care what you guys play on your third party. I can show you time
care what we play on our third party. You say why are we playing that? You say why we playing that? No. Why would you play that?
There's a difference between me joking and me being serious, and you guys know this.
Swat.
I don't care what you guys play on your Switch.
Yes, you do, because you always got something to say when I talk about it.
Because it's a joke.
Yeah,
Guess what? When I picked this topic, I knew this.
You knew this was going to happen. That's what it is.
Listen. This. Watch how I incite them even further.
When you guys started talking about playing all the 3D library, I was like, you know what? That all the Zeldas are on there. They would have to remake those. I could play Majora's Mask again. I could play Ocarina of Time again. I could play Pokemon Black, White, Diamond, Pearl again. Like you guys can sit there. You can fraud alert all you want. I'm going where the games are. I'm going where the games are.
I appreciate y'all.
I want to say this. Every week I gotta hear y'all talk about Switch. Every week I gotta hear y'all Switch coming in hot. I gotta hear how Switch is dominating.
So now Switch is hot now.
No one said Switch is hot. I just like the idea. If you want to, you can pick up a device and play the.
You can play old games.
Watch this.
I got it.
I never said I didn't want to play old games.
You can play the old games.
But where are you coming up with this?
No, I'm just saying this excites you, right? You pumped.
Oh my god!
No, are you pumped?
It's not my fault. You didn't play these games.
Ask the question. Are you excited for this?
I said if it came up, I would buy it.
You're pumped.
Cognito,
You're
did you
pumped.
play 3DS?
You're hot. You're hot with this. You're excited.
Cognito,
You're excited. It doesn't matter. You're excited for a second screen. You're excited. They threw a mirror on top of the joint, and you pumped. I get it. I get it.
Listen. Now, all that MPD talk, all that coming in hot. I'm coming in hot too.
I get it. All I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna buy a system and I'm gonna just throw a mirror on top and it's fire.
Yes. And yes, when you put up your Switch, you be like, I'm gonna do the same thing with the clamshell Switch.
How would that even look if a Switch had 2 screens?
Awesome. It's going to look bananas.
Really quick.
Shout out to Living Frame. This is great. This is cool. They got me tight. I can't know what he do with this topic. This is King.
Yeah, he did.
He did this on purpose to get me an Addict to fight.
This is one
this was.
I ain't letting that go.
I ain't letting it go either. I ain't letting it go either. I'm on you. I'm on you every show. I'm on you.
But you won't let me talk. You keep talking over me.
That's right. Because I'm on you.
Did you play the 3DS?
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Why does it not matter?
Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Why are you yelling? Why does that matter? Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling for? Why does it matter?
My mic.
Why does it matter? Exactly. Frauding. Second screen now. It's just it's Addict World. It's what he care about. Now it's fire. That's what if somebody else care about, he don't care. Moving on. See, anyway,
I've been about dual screens and all that other stuff my whole life. Like all I'm gonna say is Yeah, I wanted this topic to do exactly what it did.
Oh, it did it. Oh, it
I have
did it.
achieved my
There's
magic
definitely
goal.
gonna be a clip coming from this.
Hey, look, we have a few super chats that we
Let's
missed.
get it.
Shout out to Delilah HD with the $10 super chat. Shout out to the hard evidence, quote unquote. Shout out to Smitty Smith with the $2 super chat. LordCognito is on to something.
Thank you, brother.
And then we have Smitty Smith again with the $5 super chat. I must and will stand with LordCognito and the Cognition. Sounds like an 80s band. And of course, we have Jonathan B with the $5 super chat. Hashtag I stand with Cog. Meanwhile, King is sitting back laughing like an evil genius with all the chaos crystals. Addict, you fraudulent. I don't think we have an addict turn off a mic moment in quite some time.
Yeah, listen, I don't know how Addict is the only one fraudulent in the situation where me and him both have the same stance. This is awesome. Yo, I knew this topic was going to do it.
And that's the funny thing. You guys have the exact same stance because you the exact same thing. Throw out that fraudulent for King.
Yo,
Because
you know what the difference
Frauds
between Addict and I is? I don't fight it. I just laugh at y'all.
I don't know why he fighting it. It's just funny. It's when he loves something. It is what it is. But if I love it, what am I doing?
I'm gonna purchase it. I'm gonna have mad fun. My biggest question is, will they have more of them ready before the PlayStation 5?
Shout out to Jay Money with the $2 super chat. Could you play a dual screen dot handheld only? That's a good question. We got to see.
That's a good question. If it is kind of the replacement for the base
awesome.
Switch, like I was saying, like the clamshell makes it do two things, right? It makes it even more portable, right? Which makes it even more appealing to younger kids because no matter how kiddie this Switch Lite feels, it's still kind of big in comparison to what you would get from a 3DS, something like that. So making it a clamshell makes it that much more portable. Right. And if you consolidate all of that and actually put, like I said, the HDMI connection on there.
I gotta recode. We gotta get what you gonna stitch. Tell us what are you guys done yet? Switch bushes. Then code file super chat. I don't abide this addict slander. White boy got skills and Kyle just jealous. Book a Switch.
Yo, the book is Switch. Yo,
Switch coming in hot for that one. I gotta give you that one.
Right? Yo, what if you're able to play your 3DS on your TV screen?
Oh, God, Jesus. Are we done with this? I'm on some stick type of time. Are we done with this topic?
Nah, the Switch is coming in hot. You're going to have to put that emoji up. Switch is coming.
All I know is this. Nintendo is continuously figuring out ways to make you spend your money again and again and again.
On the same joint.
I can't even be mad at them because they're just the masters of it. They really are. And people do it with a big smile on their face. And then MPD comes around, you're like, yeah. And they even got King in on it this time. Like,
yo, I'm going to buy it day one.
Yo, get that super chat and we got to move on.
We got Velvet Lulu with the $5 super chat. Glad to see a fight. That was good.
Definitely. Yeah. Anyway, so Lord Sov and King ignited all type of beef today. So Lord Sov, you are up. Xbox Lockhart? What's going on, man? We're hearing things.
Yeah, so over the past week and a half or so, close to 2 weeks, Xbox themselves officially dropped the price of the Xbox One X to $300. And the speculation around that is, and actually the price has gone back up in certain regions, but overall it's $300 all the way around. And that's for a base system or that's for a bundle system. So you can get one with a hot design and controller, a game installed already. Like there's all kinds of bundles out there that are going for straight up $300. So the thinking around that is that, and the speculation around that is that they are clearing out Xbox One X stock in preparations and bringing it down to this price point in preparations for revealing what we all know to be as the Lockhart / Xbox Series S console. And shout out to friend of the realm, Randall Thor, for expounding on this this topic yesterday in the video they put up on the channel. Good video. Definitely take a look at that. But the speculation around it is around price, right? So the thinking is if you bring down the One X to $300 and in hopes of clearing out the stock, then you're sort of preparing the market for a successor at that price point, which is something that I said from the beginning. I said, don't be, if they really want to win, put that Lockhart as cheap as possible. $300 is super cheap. So that speculation that the Series X will be around that price point, that's one. And then two, it sort of lends credence to the fact that we may see it sooner rather than later. Obviously, Phil has come out and said that the expectation for June and whatever the replacement for E3 is still going to be focused on games. Right. So we've heard speculation that there will be two sort of events coming up, one in May, one in June. Right. So the assumption is the one in May is the full-on console reveal, everything about the console, and perhaps the Series S reveal. We're giving people that secondary option if they don't want to go with the super high-end option. Right. So this is super interesting to me. In sort of when you think about the apparent issues and struggles that Sony's having with price point, and what they want to do with their console, and if this is true, it puts Microsoft in a position of strength at the launch. And it's funny because for a long time I said to myself, I don't know about releasing 2 SKUs at launch. I don't really know, you could possibly hurt yourself. But with Microsoft really focusing on their ecosystem above and beyond everything else, it kind of doesn't matter. It kind of doesn't matter. What matters is that hopefully the games are there, but they're giving people so many options to enter the ecosystem that I think it only strengthens what they're trying to do. So what do you guys think?
Let's get Swat in there, man. Obviously, we're hearing that, obviously, like what Saul was saying as far as the Lockhart and stuff like that. And then in reference to, a lot of the price cutting that we're seeing, what I'm saying, as far as the sales and stuff like that, So I'm not going to frame your thought, but what do you feel about what he said and these potential moves by Microsoft in reference to this?
I think it's a really good move, but I mean, I'm no marketing expert, so I'm not going to sit here and critique that. But I think they're just trying to cast a wide net and make sure that they have the options available for everyone to jump into if they just want to play games on console, or if they want the best experience on Xbox with the Series X, or if they just want to jump on with Game Pass Ultimate and play from their PC. I think that's, or even just on their phone with the xCloud. So it's like they're focusing, I think, a lot on the games and just making sure that those are available and that people can play them any way they want. So I think that's really awesome.
No doubt. Let me get the super chat that we get Addict if he's still talking. Mods Gaming with the $10 super chat, our brother from LordsGaming.net, the tech guru. No need for Xbox One X if XboxLockhart is real. $300 in my opinion. So he feels that it's definitely going to be $300. Addict, are you there, sir? What do you feel about the...
Real quick before we get into Addict's point, though.
Yes.
Now, this is something that I struggled with, right? And I understand why. Why not make your top of the line, right? The new baseline, right? Rather than eliminate the X and then have the super low Sade or whatever the S whatever be the new base, right? Why not have your top of the line be the new base? And for me, as a consumer, I think that makes more sense. Now, from the business standpoint, I understand why it doesn't work, because at the end of the day, the X having been the premium console for this long, right, for 3 years now at this point, more people have bought Sades, more people have bought S's all the way overall than the X, right? So it makes more sense that you don't sort of push those other people out of the ecosystem and tell them, well, if you want to be at the baseline of this ecosystem moving forward, you're gonna need to get an X if they haven't gotten one yet. So I get that, but I don't know, it just feels weird that you wouldn't have your top of the line become the new bottom.
In counter to your point, don't you think because they still haven't revealed the Lockhart, I mean, we know it because we're the hardcore that it exists, but because of the fact that technically it's just been an Xbox Series X marketing push, the public doesn't even know about the way. Shout out to the cars going by. What's going on? But they don't even know about the Series S, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? That they still kind of.
I feel like that hillbilly came up to New York.
Yeah, he went from here. He heard about us. You don't think
he went past you and got to out.
Yeah, he got to me. So you don't think that's their thing? So then let's get out of here.
But that's the thing, though. I definitely get that. But if this is the case, right, why eliminate the X rather than the S?
I think
right?
you mean like that old S and the old you
Yeah, I'm talking about the One X, right? Why discontinue the One X and not the S, and then make the One X?
I thought they
It's
were
both of them.
No,
Really?
well,
it's
this
both
is
of
really talking about the X,
Right.
Because the Sade and the One S have really been, down in terms of price. They've been cheap for a while.
They've been cheap for a while.
This is the first time that you really had a sustained drop in price for the One X, right? So, being that there's speculation that whatever stock is there is getting pushed out and that's it, and you're not going to get replenishment, then the assumption is that the One X is what's getting phased out completely and discontinued.
I think the S is going though, so I can't see the S staying
I'll
around.
I give mine, but let
Let's
get his
get
balls
off,
off.
yeah.
Then I give mine.
What do you think about all this with the whole Lockhart?
I think the X is going to get discontinued. The S is going to get discontinued, just like the original Xbox got discontinued when the S came out, and it's just going to be the Series X and Series S on the shelves.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay.
That's a good point. I'm sorry, get that. Swat. Yeah.
They, I think they learned their lesson with the whole thing with having the two ecosystems, like what Brian's been talking about, like with the having like the 360 when they released the 360 and or not released the 360 but released the one, and they were telling people, oh, stick with the 360 for a while because we're still gonna have games on that.
Right.
And it was like, people got upset by that. So I don't think they're gonna try to release a market where they're telling people, oh, just keep buying the old console.
Right.
We're still supporting it for another year.
Right.
I think they'll just try to be like, yeah, that one's phasing out. This is the new stuff. This is the new standard.
Yep.
Here's a similar price point with another the forward compatibility.
I can see that. I completely agree. Almost like a replacement per line. Because just to jump in too, before I get the kick, I think the S and the X sort of remain standards for them from a marketing standpoint. The S will represent their slim, low budget, but still have good performance. And then the hardcore connoisseur has the X if he wants to go all the way out with the power. And let me just get the super chat right quick. We got G Mark. Actually, no, we had mine. And then we had G Mark Lewis, $2 super chat. Lockhart will run circles around the One X, and somebody got to get Squirrely Dan from Canada. $2 super chat.
Squirrely Dan 82 with the $2 super chat. The One X can't keep up with the new S.
No doubt.
Lord, I think that when it comes to these consoles, my opinion, because I think they're gonna have a little bit of a hard time marketing two different consoles to two different people. I think that the whole point of the S is to obviously appeal to the casual market, and the X is to appeal to the hardcore market.
Yes.
So I think they're going to probably promote the S more than the X.
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Rand in the chat.
Rand in the chat. Throw the crest
Rand. He says, I think the One S will stick around as the cheapest entry point for the Xbox ecosystem. They can sell them for $149 to $199, while the Series S will be $299 and Series X will be. And from a business standpoint, I do understand that, because you figure that the One X still has to be fairly expensive to produce, especially more so than the S. Right. So if you are going to eliminate one, then you're going to eliminate the one that's going to cost you more to make up at on the production line.
No doubt. Yeah, shout out to Rand. Actually agrees with you, so he thinks that the S is staying around and that it's going to be almost. But they have made it clear that they're support. Let's get King in on this, man. What you feeling about this whole imminent rumors and all this stuff for Lockhart?
Shout out to Rand. I did watch the video too.
Yes, sir.
And I definitely put that like on there. Okay, so let me give y'all business 101.
Let's get it.
So y'all was asking me, how can they make Sony make moves? Right. This is how you make Sony make moves. When you took your most powerful system and you make that $299, right? $300. You brought that down. Now you're getting the price set in people's head, right? So when a consumer goes to the store, they know that it's $299.
Right.
They know Microsoft has this at $299. Now I do believe that they keep the S there for that low entry, that low entry part, and I do believe that the Series S, I do believe that they're going to phase out the X, right? That's going to get phased out. The Series S and the the Xbox One S, those are going to be the money makers.
Right.
Those are going to be the ones that they can actually make money off of.
Right.
So how much it costs for the Series S to be produced, I believe that it'll be $50 more. They make $50 per unit. Now, the cost on the regular Xbox One S is going to be dropped down, but they're still making a profit off of each box, right? And I think they can take a loss on the X and subsidize all of that with the ecosystem. This is where they're uniquely different and diametrically opposed to Sony. Whereas Sony is using hardware numbers to propel their system and the old train of thought. Microsoft has zero problems with foregoing a lost cause. Right? They know going forward, okay, this is a new battle, this is a new strategy, this is a new way to win, and they're looking at the long haul. So the long haul is this: you have this high-priced item, which will be the Series X.
Yeah, like the enthusiast.
Going up against the PlayStation 5. Now, whatever the PlayStation 5 price point is, I believe that Microsoft will match them dollar for dollar, no matter what the power narrative is. Because they're going to make the money up in services and the two weaker systems that they will be having at the market where they can make money off of those. We all know, traditionally, a lot of the masses doesn't have 4K televisions, and 4K televisions are at a point right now where they're becoming more commonplaces in people's homes. So the televisions are breaking down. When they go to the store, they can get a $200, $300, 4K television, and then they will get a regular Series S, that 1440p system.
And plus, you got to realize, like, how many people buy a console just to play Madden, just to play 2K. Like, they don't care about that 4K stuff. They're like, yo, can it play 2K? Yeah. Wrap it up. Let's go.
Shout out to Jean-Marc Louis with the $2 super chat. Series S Minecraft bundle so like hotcakes. So again, how many people just want to play Minecraft, right?
That's a good point.
So this is where they make the money and also stay competitive. I believe that Microsoft's whole thought pattern is not about really hardware. It's about the ecosystem. It's about getting people into their system. If you're playing on the PC, if you're playing on your phone, wherever you're playing, as long as you're playing, right? So I believe that they're flexible when it comes to price wise. Like I see the $299. I believe the $299 is going to be the price of the Lockhart. I believe that's going to be
that's a rumor.
That price.
That's a hot one.
I've said it from the beginning. I said if they really want to do that pincer move that
the pincer attack.
The pincer attack. You attack with the cheapest console you can possibly put out there while still having specs that can run next gen games. And a console that can run at 1440p or 1080p. Locked 60 frames per second while still having the bells and whistles of ray tracing and things like that. Obviously, trade-offs, but when you still have the bells and whistles, and that's
the main.
We've never seen that in
the main thing that it's an advantage is that unlike the Xbox One S and the Xbox One X, they like that CPU jump is really going to be substantial, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe the X even had to overclock their joints, them Jaguars, to get that jank rocking, you know what I'm saying? So to have those Zens and all that in there, it's a good thing. Let me jump in real quick, because I definitely think y'all guys are onto something. Got to give you that. The whole thing is, I agree with you, Saab. I think this is a stock clearing move. I think that this is all about getting these things out of there. That's why we're seeing that Cyberpunk console, because shout out to Z Hughes, you made a good point. It's June. We shouldn't technically be seeing an Xbox One X Cyberpunk bundle now. The game don't come out till September, right? So for them to say now, and the key is June, because we figure June, you figure the new consoles will start ramping up. They got to get these old joints out of there. That's my logic on that. And I think they will. Lockhart and the Anaconda will kind of replace what's existing. And to what Rand's point, they probably may still keep the Sade around just because, again, it's at a low entry point, digital only, lowest possible way to get into the ecosystem. And it's probably, like King is saying, it's probably still doing numbers. So they probably keep that around. And then obviously, they have the xCloud and all that other stuff for the non-console markets and stuff. But yeah, I agree. I think the key to me is when I seen Cyberpunk console release this early. I'm like, yeah, y'all getting this out of here.
And-
There's no doubt.
The most interesting thing to me is that the fact that they did drop it to that base $300 price point, preparing the market for that price point.
Yes.
Right. Obviously, they're not preparing the market for that price point for the Series X. Right. So that differential, that $200 differential, I agree with King 100%. I think when Phil wasn't joking when he said we're not gonna be meek, we're gonna be bold.
Right.
Even if $500, the Series X at $500 is a slight loss to them. I think you take.
I think it's a major loss.
Yeah, you take that up front.
Right.
My hope is that they're thinking at Microsoft and Xbox is that in order to regain mind share,
Right.
you take that loss up front. And like King said, you make it up with the services.
Yeah.
So you're not losing, you'll be losing money on the actual console. And unfortunately, if you lose money on one console, you're just going to exponentially lose more money. But if you're making it up on the software side,
you got to consider they're going to bundle a month of Game Pass of every one of these.
At least if not 3.
I think it's 3 months. Definitely with it, but see, for every Series S that they sell, for every Series X that they sell, they're going to sell at least 4 Series S's. You understand? So if you're taking a loss of $100, $50 to $100, I don't think it's $100 though. But if you're taking a loss from $50 to $100 on the X, right? And you're making $70 on each S sold. You understand? It balances way out if you're selling a 4-to-1 ratio. Right.
And then you have to remember the price of manufacturing these consoles is constantly in flux. Right. As you get a year, 2 years into the lifetime of the console, it's going to get cheaper to manufacture. Where whatever that deficit is in terms of what you're losing on the console keeps shrinking and shrinking and shrinking until one day you maybe make money on it. And at that point, it's win-win all the way around, right? And you're probably ready for the refresh at that point.
Well. Shout out to 218 in the chat. Please hit that like button, y'all. Definitely having some fun today.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Gaming Forte. He says to Mikog, I think the all digital Xbox One system has a chance of being $99. What y'all think about that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, going forward, just to get them a footprint in the ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean it's a good strategy. I mean, we got to see it. I'm dying to know how they reveal Lockhart though. Like Lockhart is like that mystery secret weapon that it's like the weapon that everybody knows exists. We just haven't seen it. We gotta see. Get at it.
My question is, do you think they're going to show a price for the Lockhart when they reveal it?
That's what I want to know.
That'd be hella aggressive.
Do you think? Let's say the May event focuses completely on the consoles and stuff. Do you think you get a price there before and get that out of the way?
I think we'll get a price on the Lockhart if it's 300, because all that's showing is like they're not going to show the X's one. They're going to show the S, and it's going to like force Sony to be like, "Yo, they're showing a $300 console, and we ain't showed a price yet." Which we could hear more from Sony by then, but I doubt it. So I do think that
hella aggressive.
I think they'll show a price point
if
for the S.
If you go in there and throw the meat on the table, Paul, and you say $300 for the S. And this is the 1440p system, 1080p, 60 frames locked with ray tracing enabled. You can play the big boy stuff in a little boy's box, and pause. And you have that there. What type of panic do you put the other dudes at? Because
here we go.
The level, and listen, I don't care what anybody say. $100 was $100 when it came to that PlayStation 4.
I agree.
Cheap dudes went out and purchased that. I don't care what nobody say. Listen. Cheap dudes and beat down dudes.
Pocket watching kid, come on.
Dude, listen, dudes that was beat down from that 360 era. They were beat down. They was like, "Oh, I'm definitely going."
So what would you? Would you refer you as beat down this gen? Like,
yes. What do you hear me every week talking about Phil Dominus Maximus? I'm following the leader to the promised land. Wait, you dare to ask me that question? If I'm the Messiah,
he's leading us through our darkest hour to get us to the promised land.
He's opening up the matrix.
Let's get some Phil Spencer in that chat, man.
You gotta wait. Time out. you gotta really understand one thing about me. These dudes is on my timeline. Hashtagging this and jumping in everything.
You've been oppressed, kid. You've been oppressed.
They were coming at me, and I beat back every last one of them. Either you gonna shake my hand or you gonna take this bullet. So let me tell you something. It was one of the two. Now there is nobody on my timeline talking anything right now, and that's all due to Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer, sir. Because I hitched my wagon to that dude, and he has been leading us out of the darkness. So I'm telling you right now, if he come and he throw the meat on the table, if he do that with the $300 on that S, you might as well pack up your stuff, and all that 100 million sold is over. That God of War might not make it out the box. You dudes are done.
Yeah, but it goes back to King's point earlier when he said that he kind of wanted Phil to pull back a little bit and give himself the opportunity to react to something that Sony does instead of just putting out information, right? And then if he puts out that price point at 3, right, doesn't talk about the Series X, then that pushes Sony to talk. They say, okay, we're going to show them our $500 console. And then it allows Phil to come right back with the narrative. Well, we're
be like, well, our strong says 5.2. So what you do?
Our says 5.2, and we're stronger, right? Boom. So it gives them the opportunity that clap back that King is talking about that he hasn't seen, right? They've been aggressive. They've been coming out with the messaging when Sony hasn't had barely any messaging. Right. King wants to see him clap back.
Yo, you know what I want?
What you want?
Dude, when y'all did that disrespectful joint to me, and I took it straight personal. When y'all say this is how we shared this, remember the little haha? I swear, I want PlayStation 5 to be like, and our price point, because Mark Sandy, our price point. Magic Mike, our price point is $4.99. I want Microsoft to come right back 5 minutes later. Yeah, me too. Me too. You know how we meet them at price point? Yeah, me too.
Yo, I gotta get the bending knee to this one, man. Put the bending knee on. Shout out to Shane Tomlin with the £5 super chat. Hit that like, guys. This is for King's speech. I bend the knee. So says the Book of X. You inspired the oppressed today, King. There's a lot of people feel your way.
You know why? They sat there and they took it. Listen, I took every fight for y'all.
Oh my God!
I went at every general, any dude that y'all pointed out was like him, King. I went right there and I got him and I wiped them off the board. They are off the board. They are not bothering y'all. Y'all are running around free range chickens.
You know what, King?
All out there.
King, hold on, King. Let me do something personal. On behalf of the Xbox community, we thank you for your service.
We thank you for your service.
I appreciate it. And you know what? Any of y'all dudes, I'm gonna tell you right now, and Phil know this. Phil know because he listened. Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer.
Oh, you got the
he listened.
Right now. All cute.
Let me tell you something. Any of y'all dudes talking about y'all was repping him day one? No, you wasn't. I was. And I'm gonna tell you this: when he leads you all the way through, and you're having fun with your little S's and your little X's, understand? I always told you they send them into Pachinki with a butter knife, and the dude came out with a winner chicken dinner.
PUBG reference.
Thank you. Remember,
chat definitely thinks you're onto something. Before I even get to the super chat, Jonathan B leading us to the promised land. Shout out to Lord Babu.
To be honest with you, man, I don't even think we need to go on anymore after the King's speech. We should just end the podcast.
Why is that ending on my time? King, the hero we don't deserve but desperately need. Jonathan B, we were lost sheep before King. Yo, I love my chat. Shout out to Smitty Smith, $5 super chat. The Book of X is out here. Phil Dominus Spencer, who did that for you and all that. Yo, there's mad Dominus Spencer's going on. And then Titan 2793 with the $5 super chat. Thanks, King, for the cleanup work. They got that work. They out of here. Oh my God, this is a congregation you got. What's going on, King?
Nah, they know for a fact these dudes is out here beast moding these dudes on Twitter, and I just had to come and mop them up. I had to mop them up and get them up out of there. Either you're gonna shake this hand or you're gonna take this bullet. Poro or plato?
Oh man, Poro Plato, let's get it. Narcos. Listen, man. Last topic, we be out here. This will be quick. Shout out to my man J Mo Money, $2 king out here like battleship sunk. Hilarious. A lot of Phil Dobbins
play
talk.
that card.
Yes, salute, fire, man. I'll make this quick, man. So look, just real quick, we got two quick announcement on some different genre. This is Solve's favorite genre, the turn-based strategy.
I'm in. I'm in.
Oh, you in?
I'm not hating like I used to.
Boy, you used to hate us playing XCOM, boy. So
that's because it looked disgusting.
Hey, Attic, he hated when we used to play it back in the day when you put the dude behind the wheels of the
hold on. Okay, this has nothing to do with you, Solve, but you just reminded me of something. LordCognito, put the fraud alert up. Fraud alert up. This is to all the people that I know. I almost said the D word. I know D word well.
Yes.
that none of you cared about the XCOM genre until they popped that Gears name on it. Now everyone and their mom was like, you know what, Attic? I'm gonna try GearsTactics. I ain't never played these XCOM games, but I'm gonna try GearsTactics. Like,
you know what brought me into this?
Yes, I want to hear this.
Mario Rabbids, baby.
Oh,
that's what brought me in.
I actually, out of all of them, I think that's one of the worst ones.
Oh my God. So Switch came in hot for you on turn-based strategy to get you.
I'm in now.
Oh my God, I'm in now. Yo, you stupid.
Yo, all that time we used to sit and play XCOM in that room, and people was pissed off, and we sat there, we was having fun. You and Sinister.
Yo, literally until we started IOP. I'm gonna get you go, Saul.
Oh God,
I never knew y'all despised when we played that. I never knew y'all kept that in.
Y'all. It was just me. It was me. It wasn't y'all. Y'all loved it. Yo, it was
you know what it is? He's trying to protect someone, man. Someone else. He's trying to fall on the sword by himself. It was all me.
I would come over to Cognito's house, right, on a Saturday, and I was ready to play Halo. I was ready to play Tekken.
You walk in there playing XCOM,
and I'm like, what is this disgusting looking game? And I see my brother there. I see Embert.
Yes.
I see King. I see Sinister, and I see Cognito. And it's like, yo, come on, sorry, we're gonna put your name. We gotta make your character. I'm like, no, I'm not playing this.
Yo, we'd be like, I remember the classic joint that we was gonna throw the grenade, and the dude panicked and dropped the grenade and killed everybody.
That's the only time I was amused by that.
Shout out to XCOM. What is it? What was it at? The first one.
UFO Defense.
UFO Defense. I had it for PS1. I believe that's the one of the first ones.
Out here.
Yeah, we was out there. We all made our own characters. We put our names. And like, yo, move me over there by that house and put me on Overwatch.
Put me on Overwatch. Right over there.
We made it a group game. I had no idea Solve you was disgusted with this.
Oh, disgusting.
And then we called the aliens the chinky eyes.
The chinky eyes.
Wow.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Disclaimer. Iron Lords are only talking about alien races.
You're discriminating on the aliens, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Listen, aliens aren't real, so cut it out.
Oh my God.
But it was definitely the most fun because you didn't know what was around the corner.
Yes.
And if you ran around that corner, because it was blocked, it was black.
Yes.
And if you ran around that corner, you misstepped in the wrong spot, your man was dead.
Yeah, it was dead, bro.
And it wasn't even like those old ones. It wasn't even that he was dead. Like you would see, like they would throw the fire of rain on you.
Yeah,
oh God, they all miss.
Yep. Shout out to JD Gamer, $2 super chat. I see Phil as we wade through the water. Oh my God.
We
got mad super chat, y'all. We gotta catch up.
Shout out to Big Dallas to $2 super chat. King be the prime.
Oh my God. Salute.
Light our darkest hour. Okay.
Oh my God. Philly Eagle. Get it, Saul.
With the $5 super chat. Addict, you're onto something with that one. But this is a good because hashtag gaming diversity is great. That's for sure.
No, like don't get me wrong. Like I'm playing XCOM literally right now. Like I love this genre, and you can ask LordCognito, Lord King. Like when they announced GearsTactics, I'm like, I'm there. I'm all there.
I got some good for y'all. Let me get the lady in the realm. Eric Cuts for the win. $2 super chat. Showing support for the Iron Lords of Sunday. Salute. That's the whole girl, man. I love Eric Cuts for the win. That's what's up. So look, I want to bring it to y'all real quick. In reference to, we got 2 turn-based games coming, right? We got GearsTactics, you know what I'm saying? Microsoft's array into it, the turn-based genre. We saw the gameplay trail, a lot of stuff looking kind of nice, you know what I'm saying? And then we got the OG coming back, Saab's favorite, XCOM Chimera Edition. I believe one is coming out the 24th. I believe XCOM's coming out first, right, Addict? Addict's coming out, right? And then 24th to 28th, I believe, is GearsTactics. Okay, so I just want to get, obviously, impressions. That was
I'm
number
really
one.
upset.
Get it, King. You might as well jump in there. I was going to give it the spot.
I'm really upset. And the only way that Phil Dominus, Maximus Spencer can make it up to me is when the Series S releases or the Series X releases, and they have a collapsible keyboard and mouse that I can put on my lap on the couch. Because let me tell you something. I was really looking forward to these games being launched on console. And the fact that they're just being launched in PC first, I hear what you're trying to do. I hear that.
But who did that for you?
No. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to get me to turn on this rig right over here to play it. And he said it's available. You just choose not to go on your PC and play it.
Right.
It is a little ridiculous that it's not on Xbox.
Yeah. But I tell you why though, right? You got to understand, like the PC gamer, he's still trying. He's not worried about the PC gamer getting Game Pass Ultimate. He's worried about the PC gamer just getting Game Pass on PC. So you have to that end, you have to try to make the PC gamer feel special and give them something that they feel is for them.
But they got a lot of things in the PC Game Pass that I've noticed that is not on that console Game Pass, and I'm like, listen, I want equality across the board. Right now, all that segregation.
It may not be in Game Pass for the console, but for the most part, those are games that aren't necessarily PC-centric games. They are on console.
I get that, but there are certain scenarios where, like, particularly like Age of Empire, completely understandable. That game is a PC game because they're building that game around the PC world. But if Coalitions come out and is like, yo, this game is going to be on the Xbox, then I'm just like, why isn't it on the Xbox day one then? Like,
I struggle with it.
My feeling being that you're the last bastion of the PlayStation Nation, Christopher. And after I done destroyed everybody, and you definitely here around, and I definitely respect and love the fact that you are here. Laugh my butt off right now. Wait, is King frauding for PCs? Games going to PC first? I thought you was all about that PC. Listen, I'm all about that. Right. What I'm saying is, if it launches over there, please let it launch over here. No, they have a strategy. My thing is, I don't have to agree with everything. Okay, you're not gonna hear me say, "Oh, everything that Microsoft does is fantastic." Right. No, game that I was looking forward to. I have Game Pass on my PC, but a game that I was looking forward to playing on my couch. Thought it would be with my controller. I was under the foolish assumption that this is a thing. It's not a thing for me, and maybe it's too complicated for a controller. But give me
it. They could do
it. They say there's no controller.
XCOM. If XCOM is available and it's able to do on, then
Halo was available.
But to be fair, XCOM 2 was put on PC and then Xbox last. But at the same time, it's just like the original one was. So what they did is they prioritized it. They wanted it out by a certain time, so PC was the first one. But it's just like you're not a third party, Microsoft. You can't keep asking people, like your core audience, not to get upset when you're not giving exclusive content for the console, but you're giving it for PC. I understand what people are mad.
And they're playing the long game, and this is what I'm talking about. Like when you think about
they need a long game. They
no, they play a long game. Whoa!
He was about to go in.
Yeah, jeez. The thing about it is, like I said, they have to convince PC gamers can get their games in a number of different places, right? You got to try to convince them to pay $10 a month or whatever for your service on the PC side. Right. If you really want Game Pass to blow up and rule the world, this is a move they have to
Rule
make.
the world.
If you really want Game Pass to be everywhere and to be ubiquitous, this is a move they have to make.
You think so? But what
I
about what? All right, I hear where you're going with the long play, but what about messaging? Right? From the Xbox community has been told that it is a good thing that that their games are playable on PC, and for the most part, they have now assimilated into this mindset that this is what it is. And now, kind of PlayStation is going through it right now, right? Horizon Zero Dawn, their titles and stuff. Some of their titles are going on, right?
Dance moves Ryan getting in line.
I get it, but what about the message when you say, "Yeah, we got this new game"? But we're going to give it to PC first. I get your reasoning, Saab. I really do. I really do. But the optics from the Xbox console guys, like, hey, why don't we get this also? Why we got to wait kind of thing.
Get it. I absolutely 100% get it. You're right. Because they have said, listen, our day and date, right? Day and date everywhere, right? And this is
Game Pass.
And this is not that.
This ain't day and date.
They said date and date in Game Pass.
Yes.
They didn't say which version.
Which Game Pass, right? They didn't say which Game Pass, right?
Read the fine print, brother.
I 100% get it, but to me, when you look at what is the biggest gaming community, right? Besides the phone, right? Right after the phone is PC gamers, right? It's not PlayStation, not Xbox.
Yeah.
How do you bring them in and get them to move away from how they usually get their games, right? You just you gotta do it. You gotta do it. And even if it fails,
selfishly, I do want this game so bad. Or I'm with King. I want this game so.
You saw the trailers?
Oh,
the reveal story.
It looks so fire. They have a true thing. I'm talking like, let me get
better than 5.
It look better. Facts. Let me get Swat in this because this is his community. You know what I'm saying? You are the PC master race. You are the OG from back in ILP, pioneering, and finally I have caught up to you and I've assimilated to your thinking. And we used to fight. Now we're on the same page. Yeah. So where are you at with this type of stuff, Swat? As far as GearsTactics and then obviously XCOM and PC. These are PC exclusives at first.
I mean, I think it's cool. I like it. I'm not really one to complain about getting games no matter where they are. So,
you cool on your side. You good.
Yeah, with that out of the way, King, if that PC is collecting dust, you selling one of those 1080 Ti's?
Oh, you know about it. No, I'm gonna keep my dual 1080 Ti's right there. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna have to bend the knee. I'm gonna have to bend the knee, sir. I'm going to download it and play it. I don't care.
You gonna play it on PC?
If I told you, wait a second. I don't care how much I rant and rave. I have the opportunity to go downstairs, and this is where I flipped the script on Christopher. See, it's a difference between sitting there and crying in my puddle of piss, please, with a snot bubble in my nose, crying, talking about, oh, they put it on PC and I ain't got a PC. No, I got a PC. Phil Dominus told me you can play it over there if you can't play it over there because you're part of our ecosystem. Thank you, King. Have a nice day. So I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to play my Gears Tactics day in Game Pass. No money up, brother.
That is true. He definitely did that for you. That for you. That was a Game Pass situation right there.
I'm gonna take pictures too.
Oh my God! Continue, Swat.
I mean, that's really all I got. I mean,
does that excite you
if you have a PC?
Yeah, as a PC gamer primarily, right? Do you feel that's a good, like what Sav was saying, do you feel that's a good move for you to entice you to say, like, you know what, I do want to play this, or I do want to get, I mean, you already said you got Game Pass already on PC. Yeah. And, you love that deal. So how do you feel about that from them catering to your market?
Personally, I feel like it's hard to kind of relate because I jumped on the Game Pass right away because, it was already, it seemed kind of like logical to me because I was already enjoying a lot of like the Play Anywhere stuff. So I was already buying games.
Yeah,
just for that. Yeah, State of Decay and Resident Evil 7.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun. But I mean, there are options out there. If you have a PC, then I mean, you can run NVIDIA Shield and project that to a different spot in your house with hardline connection, so you get low latency gaming. In that, if even with Xbox, if you have PC and Xbox, you can actually stream the Xbox. the PC to the Xbox using like Miracast and things like that.
Oh, I've been using it, bro. I really enjoy it. I've been using it a lot. I'm glad you said that. It works really well. Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, he just,
So, question:
like,
is it confirmed that
saying, if you wanna sit-
there's no gamepad support? It's confirmed.
Wait, it's confirmed what? No mouse and keyboard? For what? Wait, say that again. What's your question?
There's no gamepad support for tactics.
Get,
Is it confirmed?
I can't see why they wouldn't.
it's got to be in Game Pass.
I mean, you can map buttons to a controller, so it would like just using
you're asking
like the apps,
Oh, okay, sorry.
like accessories apps. You could probably just map the buttons where you need them.
Solve. Your question is on PC. Can you use controller?
no, he's talking about on that streaming thing that he's talking about right now.
You talking about streaming
Oh,
from your
yeah.
Xbox to your PC? Can you use a
Right.
controller? Is that your question?
Yeah, if you have
Yeah, I
if
do
you
that all
have
the time.
Bluetooth. Yeah, if you have Bluetooth enabled on your PC, or if you have it enabled
Oh.
on your laptop or whatever you're using,
All you gotta do
you
this.
can,
All you gotta do this. Hardwire, but click. That's it. We in. I'm
yeah,
literally.
you can do.
Yeah, take
can
your
do that,
Xbox
but all the
wire and
controllers-
USB right into it.
Y'all see my face right here, right?
Literally, just
Did you just see that King probably got a bypass by the firewall?
yeah, you don't gotta buy nothing. You just literally take your Xbox. It's literally from my Xbox.
Plug it right
device,
in.
Plug it right in. Recognizes Windows drivers immediately. Windows 10 drivers immediately recognizes it as an Xbox controller. Full functionality, instant seconds. It's over.
But that controller also works over Bluetooth too.
Yes. Yes.
And if you have a Bluetooth enabled PC, then
Yep.
it's just like playing like standard Xbox
Yep.
with the wireless controller.
Yep. And if you don't have
Or
if
PlayStation, if you're using a PS4 controller.
exactly, and if you're for some reason,
No,
let's just
I
say
ain't
your
using no
PC doesn't
PS4.
happen to have Bluetooth, they even have a wireless adapter. If you don't want to be tethered, they even have one for that as well.
Say, yo, God, nobody using no PS4 controller right now.
Oh my god!
I don't unless you playing some PlayStation stuff like God of War or something. And even then, I would love to play God of War with an Xbox controller. Oh man, shout out to me.
No doubt. But yeah, let's get at it again, man, because obviously we are the RTS. You know what I'm saying? I mean, actually, the turn-based, the TBS. He's RTS, my boy TBS. So what do you think, man? We got Chimera and we got GearsTactics, 2 turn-based jump-offs, jumping on. Is it the resurgence? Is it on now? Is it on a popping?
I think that's it. XCOM has made this genre a lot more successful. It's able to succeed a lot easier. I still think it's got a long way to go. It's kind of like, it reminds me a lot of the Dark Souls franchise. Like that one game opens the door, but other games opens the dam. So we'll have to see. Because GearsTactics, the good thing about it that it has over XCOM is it already has an in-house name.
Yes. And
So it's like you got people like Erica, never played XCOM, interested. Kofi is playing it right now. Like it gives a lot more opportunities for more people to like this genre. And then after they beat that, they're like, you know what? I like this game. Let me go try, let me go try XCOM. As much as I didn't like Mario Rabbids, same thing. It took the Mario universe and it gave a lot more people the incentive to try and branch out.
I agree. Philly Eagle agrees with you because we would consider XCOM the OG, you know what I'm saying, as far as opening the door for a lot of these turn-based joints to be cool, and now people are capitalizing it in their own universe. Let's get King. I know you
and the indie franchise, the indie scenario is doing these games like crazy.
Yes, that's why I've been playing Phantom Doctrine. Shout out to Erica for the win. She played XCOM 2 for a bit, mostly Fire Emblem and Mario Rabbids. Beat those. She's excited for GearsTactics. Let me ask you this though, Eric, before I pass it. If we know XCOM comes out first, a couple days first, in a perfect world, let's say they came out the same day, who was you going to play first?
Probably XCOM. Just because it's shorter, so I think I can knock that out quicker.
No doubt.
But if I were playing, if they came out, if they were like, if it was XCOM 3,
yes.
And GearsTactics, Gears don't even what's Gears?
Now,
you guys talking? What's Gears?
Who do you think gonna sell more?
Probably, I don't know. I think Game Pass. It's in Game Pass, so its sales are going to be a little bit hit because of Game Pass, which isn't a bad thing. That's literally what they want. XCOM's only $20 too, so that means a lot when your game's only $20 and it's 10 until May the 7th.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what it sells. That's for sure.
No doubt, no doubt.
I already pre-ordered it.
Yeah, it's already gone. Solve, are you picking up any of these two?
I'm picking up both of them.
What? Picking up XCOM?
I told you I'm in. I told you this.
On PC?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
I'm in there. Listen, like I said, and you guys have not listened to me. I told you to play Into the Breach a long time ago. I told you guys to play Into the Breach. That game looks like dog-esque. But it is one of the most fantastic like strategy sort of roguelike small little tidbits. Like you can just keep playing that game over and over and over again, and every time, every single little stage is a puzzle unto itself. It's fantastic. You need to play Into the Breach.
I played it.
So besides Into the Breach, obviously, like I said, Mario Rabbids brought me in. But for me, like what I see with these two games is that honestly, when you say that are they making a comeback?
Right,
they are, because I think they're elevating the genre in a way, both of them, in ways that we haven't seen for a while. Like obviously with Chimera Squad, you have no permadeath. You have no permadeath. Then you have a focused squad. Like it's not like you're creating your character.
I don't think you could compare XCOM to like that game to the general XCOM. I think the reason this game's existing is because they're about to announce XCOM 3, and they're wanting to set the world up to let people really feel what the world is like in XCOM 3. Okay. And I feel like these characters in Chimera are going to be in XCOM 3. That's why they can't die.
The story is fire, because
unless they all die at the end of the game, which wouldn't surprise me.
And that could be like if they want you to have more of an emotional attachment to the story, then maybe that's the reason. But to me, yeah, it's either that, right? It's either they all die and the whole story leads right into XCOM 3, or it's just this
or they're the enemies of XCOM 3.
Could be. It could be. So to me, the things they're doing with that, is something you haven't really seen in RTS, right? And then when you look at Gears is saying, okay, how do we keep the action orientation of Gears and put it into an RTS? What do? You first of all, you have freer range of movement, right? You don't really have grid movement now, right? You have 3 moves that you could make at any given time, as opposed to 2, which XCOM has always been 2, right? Then how they change Overwatch. The change to Overwatch, where basically it's just you funneling out like this line of sight cone vision. And then as the cone vision expands more, the further away your enemies, the less likely you are to hit them, right? So it lends strategy to that, right? And then while you keep the whatchamacallit, the assassinations and stuff like that is classic to Gears, right? You chainsaw on people and stuff like that. To me, you're bringing the RTS into the present day, where you're keeping action elements for people that may not be and necessarily enjoy the plotting nature of back and forth, your turn, my turn. Right. Make it more action oriented while still making it deep. I think they're moving the genre forward. I would not be surprised if both of these games bring new people to the genre.
King, are we excited? Gears Tactics and XCOM Chimera Squad.
I was excited when I first saw both of them announced. When I first saw the game,
I woke up and the first thing I see when I wake up is like 2 messages from one from Cognito showed me the announcement trailer, and then literally right after it was the announcing the trailer, like they're about to announce the trailer. The next one was the trailer, and I felt like I woke up for Christmas. I'm like, what?
I was like, yo, we lit. That's our favorite game. Continue.
Yeah, but I think secretly Brian went in and helped collab on Gears Tactics, because one, all the stuff that he said that he hated in XCOM, first is visually pleasing. It keeps the action there. So, and it also keeps the core of Gears. I think this does what Gears did to cover-based shooting.
I agree. I'm gonna say something bold. I'm low key more excited for Gears.
I tell you,
of
listen,
course.
as somebody who got ripped into a couple of weeks back for saying the gears needed to change.
Yes, yeah, you was that guy. Addict,
Yeah,
you was going. That was the addict
This
in
is
you
for
battle.
me, addict, and the whole grown woman gaming crew.
Yes, they were
slaughtering
coming
me.
at you. Yes.
Nah,
But
but I
this is the
still
change
stand
I
by
need.
that.
Oh.
See, this is your game. Gears is mine. Like,
But
This is
I
the
will say
game
this.
Saul
I will
wants.
say this. I will say this. They can keep doing whatever they want with regular gears. If they give me side stuff like this,
maybe
Maybe this is it for
see,
Saul.
it's got me wanting them to buy splash
damage.
just to make stuff like this. Like, and no, don't make just gears. Like,
Yo,
you know,
Delilah is laughing. She was remember that episode. And they were coming at you. Yep.
kill me.
and don't just end it here. Like, you know, like do something with Halo in this kind of gameplay.
But
Like,
see, listen, Halo did Halo Wars.
Yes.
but that's a different kind of gameplay.
No. I understand that's a different thing, but that was also outside of the box.
Yes.
Let
Right.
Halo Wars continue to be a
I
Halo
agree.
Wars entity and not do a real time strategy thing with that. Even though they kind of did it with that Halo Assault thing.
Yeah.
It was like a phone game or something.
Spartacus
Yeah,
Assault?
Spartan
Yeah.
Assault. Yeah, but I liked it though. To be honest with you, I like Atriox and all that stuff. I love that thing.
Mhm.
But then this Gears, let this Gears be what it's going to grow into,
Mhm.
because we complain that Microsoft is continuing the same.
Preach.
But see, this hamburger right here got lettuce, tomatoes, bacons, and onions on it. It's a burger, but it's a little bit different. And I think they need
They're
to
trying this new
diversify it.
Baconator stuff on you. You're like, we got some bacon on it.
my
Like,
God.
I think this is going to do what the first Gears did for the Xbox. I think this Gears Tactics is going to do that in the PC realm. The first month will tell you. I know for a fact that when it launches on the console, it's going to have the same reverberations as a real Gears mainline game when it drops.
I am super pumped, man. Like I this was I was excited for this topic. Obviously, you know, turn-based for me, it has literally become low-key my #1 genre lately. Obviously, the Destiny stuff always gonna be there, but the games that when I started, and Addict knows, when you get a new XCOM and you get a new whatever, I can't stop playing. Like it's something about setting up, putting your people, you know, getting the map control. And see, the thing that what Saul was saying is so fire about tactics is that it's the Gears universe. Graphically, it looks phenomenal. We get in a tremendous story with Kate's, you know, prequel with Kate's dad. You know what I'm saying? It looks amazing. The cinematic storytelling, which I like that they're doing, kind of like what Halo Wars did. Because I was jealous of Halo. I was like, man, that looks amazing. Now, I'm not an RTS guy. I'm more of a turn-based guy. Right? So this is for me. Then I like that it's a very aggressive thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if you get an execution, you kill, you go again. You go again. So it's almost like these hordes of enemies coming onto you, and you have to deal with that aspect. I think XCOM 2 has something like that. With what was it called? The horde or something? Addict?
Horde mode.
Yeah, it's basically a mode where you're overwhelmed by almost like zombies and nonstop.
it's called The Lost.
The Lost, right? So
okay.
that's the vibes getting me. Then let's be real, Gears fits so well in that universe. The whole thing about Gears is boom, slamming into the cover. That's XCOM. Like that.
That's what I really
Yeah.
like with the, you know, they didn't just take the genre and just copy it. Like,
Right.
I hate when people take XCOM and they don't try to improve on it. They just take
Right.
word for word.
They definitely got this spin on us, so I'm super pumped for that. And of course, the OG's coming with a new look. You got aliens. This is past XCOM 2. You got aliens and humans working together. Tactical team. Then what I like that Saul's gonna like, they got breach phases prior to stealth in, and depending on how you do, the situation go. But they also changed the formula where it's like you pick order. They go, you go. They go, you go. Something like that.
Right.
Team synergy moves. And I agree with
And
that. Yeah, get at it.
I think it's safe to say that all of these features will be in the new one.
I think so. I also think I love the concept of this peace between the humans and aliens, this city of them living together, and they need this Chimera Squad to keep the peace, because if there's anarchy, this could go reverberate against the world. The peace could be over. So they're setting up the lore, which is going to be fire, which I like. I'm excited, man. I'm
I
excited.
tell you that
I
breach
think the
mode, you mentioned that, and the breach mode, I forgot to mention it because it has me really excited, because you know what it reminds me of?
What?
Do you remember when we used to play Rainbow Six?
My man, you already know.
And I don't play Siege, but Siege is basically this concept.
Yes.
How we used to set each other up. Everybody reached the house from a different place, from a different. Just doing that sort of stuff is so much fun. The fact that
Christopher Hart, I love Mutant Year Zero too. I love that game.
I beat that game. That was a good game.
That's what my
Attic put me on to that game.
It's Game Pass, so you know I'm getting it. That's what
I was definitely in that.
I guess the reason I'm more excited for XCOM than Gears is because it's first.
Well, yeah. I'm just mad that they so close to each other. Like, let them. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that was intentional? Like,
that's weird.
Well, maybe you have the classic dudes that's looking for the XCOM name, and while they're doing it, then you have the Gears dudes. They just don't want to miss out on that strategy base.
You want my honest opinion? I think because I've played a lot of these games. I've played a lot of I've reviewed a lot of these type of games for ILP. I think until I saw GearsTactics is the only game I've ever seen that could give XCOM a run for its money in its own genre. Yeah, and I think that's the reason that they're doing this is because they respect GearsTactics and they understand that because they've launched all kinds of stuff and they've never reacted. They're like, you know what, it is what it is. But the GearsTactics look like they actually know what they do.
Like, I gotta throw the gold up, do it, Jay, for a man Stinger NLG. Rainbow Six for the Dreamcast. FTW, no doubt.
Oh my goodness.
What? That's GOAT talk right there. You might be on to something. No doubt. But yeah, man, that's all I got really. I mean, I'm just super excited. Guys, Saul.
You should have a Billy Goat.
I do really think that both of these games coming out so close to each other, so if you think about it, it is one of those situations where I think that, rising tide raises all boats. I think both of them coming out in close proximity, if you really think about it, I think they help each other and they help the genre.
Yes, and that's why I'm excited. Again, it's my favorite genre. It doesn't really get a lot of love in the console space. In the PC space, it's moving. But in the console, so I would love these both to do well. And then, console guys, we get our hands on it as well. And I'm with King though. I ain't waiting. I'm with King, bro. We day one and I'm in there. Like I ain't
people spoiling the story for me.
That's how it's supposed to be. Like you're supposed to go where the games are.
Go where the games are. So we ain't crying that it's over there. We just saying we gonna be over there.
We're admitting that it's stupid, but we ain't waiting either. That's why the Final Fantasy thing. I hate that it's not on Xbox, but I wasn't waiting a year to play it. Like.
I go on where the game's at, bro. I'm
gonna tell you this. It's not. It's they allow us to do it. They have it there. They put it there. That's where they want you to game. They want you to engage. I guess they need those numbers up over there. As far as Game Pass goes, and they want those. To see the litmus test. It might be a litmus test. This might be what this is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
we go get up out of here. Let's get this poll rocking. New ILP poll this week with recent evidence suggesting that limited PlayStation 5 console availability at launch. How do you think this affects PS5 when it actually launches in comparison to the Series X? The choices are A, big effect, especially if PS5 has lower availability at launch and Xbox Series X is the same price. Choice B, no effect. Sony gamers will wait on PlayStation 5 availability to remain in stock for their pre-orders.
See you next year.
C, depends on compelling software lineup for the Xbox Series X. And D, I don't care for Addict because dual switch screens is coming in hot. And you know what's funny? I had made this a choice before we had to fight. So it's kind of ironic that it's in there. That's kind of hilarious.
That's where it is.
I was like literally predictive, kind of craziness. Yo, shoot to all the lords. We gonna have that Twitter up and all that, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Lord Swat, the returning OG, coming through the realm. Good to see you, man. Where can the fine people find you? What you got going on, sir?
Good to see you guys. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
You can find me on Twitter at LordSwatILP. And you can also find me on YouTube at StamYenchen.
Yes.
That's our gaming YouTube.
No doubt. Yeah. Salute to you and Lady Panda for showing me the utmost hospitality at Animal Crossing. Took me into your home, showed me, played music. It was great.
Tom, look at
you gifts too.
Yes, giving gifts. I took that flight out there, you know what I'm saying, to y'all island. You know what I'm saying? So salute out there. Shout out to Lady Panda, the realm, always welcome. You know what I'm saying? Again, one of the best marriages ever, gaming marriages ever. Salute. You know what I'm saying? I was out there. Shout out to the Texas. You
Really
already
awesome
know.
having you.
Absolutely, brother. You already know. Family already know. And of course, Lord Addict. Going at it with me. We're having very feisty times today. We're able to recover very nicely like we do. That's still my brother. We fight, but that's just a passion. That's how we are. It's always love. Lord Addict, where can the people find you? What you got going on, sir?
You can find me at Target buying that new Nintendo Switch when it drops.
He had to do it.
But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at LordAddictILP. You can find me on. How many times am I gonna say that and you still laugh on that?
I love it.
One would think. One would think that after enough of them, you would be like, I already know what's happening.
You know what it is? Because you don't say that Twitter. That Twitter. It's the Twitter.
The Twitter.
And I think it's so hot and funny. I'm sorry.
Funny. It is.
You can find me there. You can find me on YouTube at Gaming Addicts. And you can find me next week here.
You already know. Lord Sovereign, the new turn-based strategy king. His favorite genre. He is back now that the graphics are good. Where can the people find you? What's going on?
You can find me on Twitter, LordSovereign and BX Sovereign on PSN and Xbox Live. And shout out to everybody in the chat today. We had like 200 people at a time, man. The chat always lit as always. But yeah, you guys are coming in to watch and support, man. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Much love.
Lord King, starting tremendous trouble. Evil genius scientist completely manipulates me and Addict to fight.
Yeah, no, none of that. I didn't even know I was going to be on that side to the topic. I didn't even know the topic. I literally didn't even know what the topic was.
That definitely felt like a Joker moment.
Yeah, I knew, because I'm like, why is he picking Switch topics this week?
I literally didn't even know.
I'm the Switch topic guy. Like, you know, and I'm like, all right, so like we'll do it. You know, I was harmless, nigga. This man set me up. He knew damn well how passionate Addict was about that 3DS, and then it went left.
It was amazing. It was just how I planned it. I said, add water and watch it go. Yo, you can catch me at Twitter, that Twitter. At King David OTW.
You can catch him copying me too, but yeah.
I'm sorry, I like it. Sorry. Hashtag, I'm gonna use it. But if you follow him at Lord King David, that ain't me. So yeah, don't follow him. I don't know who that guy is. But new KOS is coming up. Woo! And it's going to be a statue that, like I said before, I was chasing the statue down. Let me give a shout out to the guy that helped me acquire the statue in this.
Sure, shout him out.
Oh yeah, definitely not yet. I'm gonna shout him out.
Later. My bad. That's the news. My bad.
Nobody need to know it's coming, right? You know, you're gonna wait for that. Yeah, and listen. Also, I noticed something a little weird. If you don't go inside your settings on YouTube and you don't click 4K, I shoot all my videos in 4K.
Facts.
And if you don't go click 4K in there, you're seeing muddy. Because I was sitting there like, what the hell is going on with this video? I said, you know, I shoot in 4K. I said, is it the Kodak with YouTube? But I went inside my settings in YouTube. There's a little bar down at the bottom, a little 3 dots. You go inside there, and then there's a setting. You go to the visuals, and you can hit it. I hit 4K, and boom, pristine, crystal, look beautiful. The sound quality is even better. So go check out those statue videos. Yes. Also, if y'all got statues that y'all didn't see, if you're trying to figure out if I have them, if I put them up, hit us up. Hit us up at lordsofgaming.net or hit us up on Twitter on Lognet's channel. Yes. Also, and you know, we'll get right back at you. Also, do me a favor.
Let's get it.
If y'all think that the last word with LordCognito and Ebontis is just, you know, for Destiny, let me tell you something. Y'all missing some of the greatest fights that y'all can ever see. And I go there
missing some of the greatest bullying that you've ever.
But you know what? Ebontis is on his bully game back because I sit there and wait for Cognito to poke and prod this man for him to fight back. And his fight back is like a wild pit bull. And if he gets you, he gonna hold you down. So you'll see y'all next week. Also, go cop that merch, man. Go cop that merch.
You already know. Yeah, shout out to Patty. She's like, is that a hockey jersey king? I was like, that's special edition.
Yeah. Very, very limited edition.
Yes. You already know. Salute. Oh, shout out to Neo Mentals. Yo, you already know. Last word is fire. You already know. Salute. And speaking of which, thank you for the setup, man. Again, we appreciate the support. You know, coming up on 100 episodes for the last word. 100. So we're going to do something big. I'll give y'all the exclusive now because y'all ILP and y'all family. You know what I'm saying? So spread the word. Tell people. We're going to have the Lore Master, man. My name is Bife for 100, man. So it should be a nice, special one. Oh, shout out to Eric Cuts for the win. She throw the crest up for Eric Cuts for the win. She just bought the ILP shirt. Salute, Lady Eric. That's what's up. Much appreciated. We really appreciate the support. But yeah, definitely support that. We'll do that Friday. Should be at the same time. You already know. So check us out. And of course, please support my brother King. He's out here with this king of statues, doing it up. Please support it. Again, stop just trying to watch the promo.
We've been cutting it down.
Cut it down. Go to lordsofgaming.net. Go to the ILP YouTube channel, please. You know what I'm saying? So definitely support him. He puts a ton of work. He gives you background, synopsis of the character, comic book references, educating you while showing you $1 million statue. Fam, support the man. He's out here. Yeah, come on.
I don't even go there for the statue now. I go there for what's this character even?
What he do?
I don't even know what this character's about.
Facts. There's times I'm like, I didn't even know that about son. Like, I didn't know that about this character. I didn't know. Like, you're gonna get a lesson. The synopsis is there, so please do that. Of course, yeah. We had the spoiler cast, Final Fantasy VII. Me and Attic will be doing more of these. We've been talking about how people seem to like when we do some spoiler casts. So we'll be doing that. What's up?
Me and Attic about to do that game that me and Sovereign didn't do. So me and Attic is gonna find our way out that jail because Sovereign left me in the jail and I'm stuck in there.
Definitely, he's in the bushes. He's not.
Sovereign don't care.
He don't care. He's like, yeah, you can. But yeah, that's all I got on that. So yeah, again, please support that. We'll be doing that. We try to do more live reactions, all that good stuff. Look, everybody, enjoy your Sunday. That's all I got. If y'all got anything else, we are out of here. Hit y'all with this little fly outro and all that good stuff. Everybody, enjoy your Sunday. Peace.
Get it.
you